The day of the hairy freak or the fat slob is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Hey, look at us. We did it again, another 7 days round the sun. My name is Tom for the 170th week in a row. This is WCW Deep Cuts Live. That's my name right there. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. we gather to watch the forgotten quote-unquote television classics from World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. Thank you to Henry Bunter for the Prime sub. Here are the members of the Weirdo Empire who have been helping subscribe or who've been helping support the YouTube channel. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. If it's obvious that I'm rushing, it's because if you're not watching live, we're really fucking late, and I need to get this moving. Join the Discord. That's where I posted that, hey, we're starting late because my computer's a big old piece of shit, but we're gonna fix that on Memorial Day. More on that later. Let's get into the show. Going back to 1999 for some WCW Saturday Night, but first, let's check out Worldwide. Let's go. Alright, we're gonna skip ahead to the matches.
WCW Worldwide.
First little chunk of this is just recap stuff.
Personal vendetta, maybe professional vendetta. Ric Flair, the president, does not want to reinstate Macho Man for whatever reason.
Sorry about the late start. If you're watching live, I have the best of intentions.
When we come back, fans, on WCW Worldwide Wrestling, we'll go to the arena for separate worldwide matches still to come. Stay with us.
All right, WCW Worldwide on the air here, of course, on the heels
Mean
of
Gene
Flambeau.
here, backstage.
Next up on pay-per-view, next up on the docket, the Great American Bash.
Let's see if it's somebody that was actually on the pay-per-view that's talking with Gene. Hey, Peter.
Time, towering above me. This guy's a golfer, too, by the way. He is one of the...
This guy's a golfer, by the way.
NWO Black and White.
No, thank you for upping that
Is
sub.
not that organization run today by Stevie Ray?
Happy birthday here in a couple days.
You know, you try to get under my skin.
He was not on the
I'll
pay-per-view.
try to do that. I wouldn't do that anyway, but I kind of got the impression...
Let me remind you something, Mean Gene. I take pills bigger than you, okay?
That's
now, of course,
a
Stevie Ray runs the
comment.
Black and White NWO. Sure, he's a figurehead, but
Drug
I tell him
testing.
what to do. He tells everybody else what to do. We have a very nice arrangement. Hold this microphone. Do your job. Do the people know why you're called Mean Gene? That about your golf game.
Well, I have been upset lately,
Oh,
but
on,
that's,
something's open that's not supposed to be.
that's another thing. Hollywood Hogan, all of a sudden disappearing from the scene. He's had surgery. Does he have anything to do with the NWO Black and White anymore?
Why is it
I don't
not
have much to say
closing?
about Hollywood Hogan except for this. If he doesn't stay out of our business, yeah, that's right, Hollywood.
Optimum
If he don't
Vision,
stay out
thanks
of our
for upping
business,
that sub.
You won't have a leg to stand on.
All right, Brian Adams, we talk about some of the great stars, you know. What do you think of this
Sweet
guy,
hat
Goldberg?
on
Because
Brian
ultimately,
Adams.
I see a showdown between the two of you.
Goldberg has obviously proven himself as one of the top superstars, not only in the WCW, but in the world, period.
What about Sting? You know, I'm just throwing these names out. If I'm stumping you, let me know.
I want to give you a good evaluation, a good answer about each and every one of these individuals, Mean Gene. I don't want to just skip over them. No, both are very credible athletes, but I believe...
Yeah, Brian Adams, for such a wacky-looking guy, very boring
All right,
promo.
we will get out on the links one of these days. I thank you very much, Brian.
I love it
Adams, our
like
guest
2
this
years
week
ago,
on
it was like the
WCW
NWO
Worldwide.
is this dangerous threat that's going to kill WCW forever. And in 1999, Gene's like, hey, let's go golfing.
4 separate matches this week with Mike Tenay and Scott Hudson.
I think Larry's got carpal tunnel.
El Dandy, one of the luchadors, one-on-one against a young man.
Tony said one of the luchadors like they're a band.
You know, we've seen Eric Watts in the past. Big guy, has a
El
lot of
Dandy and
abilities
Eric
and overseas
Watts?
training. Now back in WCW trying to make the grade. Speaking of big guys from England, Dave Taylor goes one-on-one against a great veteran by the name of the Gambler. An old saying, if it's a
God.
Wigan, it comes
Oh,
from
man,
Wigan.
where's El Hijo de
Dave
Gambler
Taylor's
when
one
you
of
need
these
him?
guys that knows how to hurt you. Then from there to the cruiserweight division, as we will see Chavo Guerrero Jr. face Johnny Swinger. You know, Chavo Guerrero Jr. has a lot of ability.
Like, there's almost a decent card you can make out of these guys. It's just nobody's paired against a good opponent. For
And then
the
our main event this week will feature two veterans, Chris Adams with a judo background against Barry Darso, the man, the self-proclaimed.
all the
greatest-
stars are
Ready
here.
for this, fans? Greatest golfer in professional wrestling.
Yeah, Barry Dorso is not
Dorso?
involved.
Barry
We have 4 sets
Dorso?
of tees. We've got ladies,
Barry
old
Dorso?
guys, hackers, and golfers. So we all know which tee Dorso uses. In fact,
Dorso.
I
Why
think
is he
if
calling
that
him
super kick
Dorso?
from Adams connects on Dorso's head, it may go farther than any drive Mr.
Is that like a
Dorso ever hit.
patriot thing?
We can always give you something to talk about, can't we?
Thank you very much.
Let's go to the ring. Scott Hudson and Mike today with a call of 4 matches this week on Worldwide.
I love that, of course, Larry is pissed off that somebody's doing a golfer gimmick.
Mike today here in the Worldwide Arena.
Judo versus
You know, I just
golf,
love that.
UFC
It's not
3.
like I don't have enough nicknames.
Battle of
Iron
Disciplines.
Mike with the
All right, El
Professor,
Dandy.
and now each and every
Positively
each and every
purple.
program now, you're hanging another moniker on me.
Special dialect of Larry Land. The R's or Ors.
El Dandy. You're going to have heat with Ivan
Bow,
Koloff.
down, no.
El Dandy in the ring here on Worldwide. The luchador to face, well,
Barry Dorso and Barry Windows.
second generation competitor.
Hey,
Former
Winborn.
quarterback
Hello.
Of the Louisville Cardinals. The big 6'5" Eric Watts to be the
Like,
opponent for El Dandy here on Worldwide.
Even if you're putting this together randomly,
Styles in the dictionary. You know, I have not.
if you like look at the random set of matches you put together and thought,
Wow.
I don't need to change that when this match gets written down. What's wrong with you?
Offensive attacks from these two men. You take a look at their size. Eric Watts, 6'5", 250 pounds. He's going to rely on a little bit more of a power and strength game. More back to the basics, the elementary moves.
Love those two guys in the back there. Eric Watts!
His opponent, El Dandy. Some would classify him as a cruiserweight. He is a luchador. He is from south of the border, and he brings that Mexican
God,
style
Dandy
of
does have some
celebrated
38
World
special hair.
Championship Wrestling, as well as a
There's
very
Eric Watts looks
solid
the
right
bad
hand.
guy in a Disney Channel original movie about hackers. Yeah, it is E-R-I-K. They spelled it incorrectly. Because his daddy's not there
He
anymore.
packs a lot of power into that right-handed punch, and you know Eric Watts, a student of this great sport, is going to be on the lookout.
Look at how many people showed up for a Saturday night taping in 1999. Proof that this company could have been saved.
The other real contrast,
Yes,
look at the back
whenever
line.
an announcer,
There's
Brian brings it up,
experience factor.
whenever an announcer
Yes,
goes,
Eric
this
Watts
guy
has been
knows the
involved in
basics,
professional wrestling for
he's
years,
very elementary,
but
it's
really,
code
just
for
been
he is
as of late that
awful.
Eric Watts has been getting back into a regular schedule competing in the ring. El Dandy, on the other hand, has been wrestling regularly in Mexico for well over a decade and has been involved in many high-profile
Eric Watts is part of the bad guy rollerblading crew in Brink.
World Championship Wrestling since the Lucha
There's an air horn guy in the
years ago.
audience.
Kick right in the gut by Eric Watts. Forearm to the jaw of Dandy. Drops it. Very obvious in the early stages, the early going of this match, that Dandy wanted to use a hit-and-run type offense, trying to stay away, trying to outquick the larger, bigger power attack.
The
of
larger,
Eric
bigger
Watts.
power-
He just picked up El Dandy and dropped him down.
He's a
to the
shooter.
big slam. Full slam from
Eric Watts is a shooter.
And the one category Watts has over Dandy is the strength. But Dandy has that quickness. Drop kick into the ropes. Another drop kick on Eric Watts. Drives the Louisville Cardinal right back into the ropes.
Like, I would
Right
love
back up Dandy. Shoot, no, reversal by Eric Watts.
video of these two
Leapfrog
trying to
from
call
the
this match in the back.
To the ropes one more time. Oh, there you see it. The right hand cocked and ready. And Watts ducked out. Ooh, stiff kick right in the jaw. Oh,
Bam! There's that punch.
He finally unleashed it. Eric Watts avoided it.
Finally unleashed it, Mike, after 45 seconds.
But not the second took him down. Look out from the top. Watts is seeing stars, and there's a
Ooh! So shout out to everybody with your streaks. Thank you, thank you. I'm missing them because they're showing up slow on the screen, but I do see them.
Yeah, hard exactly to tell what move Dandy was going to try off the top. Was it a drop kick? Whatever. It didn't connect. Look at that. Leg planted across the back.
You've seen the Fame-asser. That's the Laze-asser.
A version of the old showstopper.
drove Dandy face first directly.
The old showstopper, meaning the move that Marty Jannetty did like 8 months ago in WCW. Thank you for upping that Substack wire. Much appreciated.
Into the gut. Watch. Gut wrench. Sets him up.
Oh my God. Ah, why would you trust Eric Watts to do that to you?
Into the top turnbuckle. Good night.
Like, do you think Seth Rollins was like 12 years old at home, saw that move, and is like, I need to do that to Sting someday?
What is that one called? I have no
It's called
idea, but
the
that
I
will
Give
do it
Myself
for
a Rock
Dandy.
Bottom.
A reverse endowment.
His finisher was literally giving himself the Rock's move.
WCW Worldwide, he used his power and he used his strength to put away Dandy.
Watts gets the Duke over Dandy here on Worldwide.
Nice pants. Someone brought an Eric Watts sign
And coming up next
in
on
anticipation of
Worldwide,
Eric Watts wearing those
Steve Bennett
pants. That's
from
awesome.
Wigan. He is Dave Taylor. He's next. Back in the world.
Got Dave Taylor and the
They were
Gambler up
literally
next,
lined up around the
I believe.
building earlier today before they opened the doors for this big production.
Gambler gets an
As the
entrance.
Gambler makes his way to the ring.
That's the Gambler's
WCW
music.
action live and in person. The hottest ticket. there
5
is today.
aces.
Well, it's great to watch World Championship Wrestling from the comfort of your living
Well,
room.
Brian, at least
But there's
Disco
nothing
Inferno
like
did the
a
stunner to the
WCW
other guy.
event, live,
Whereas
up close and personal,
Eric Watts was like,
experiencing it with
okay, now
other
you give
wrestling
me the
fans.
rock
It's a
bottom,
great crowd on
and then I
here
pin
for
you.
Worldwide.
And what a crowd we have here today.
Yeah, shout out. I hope El Hijo de Gambler's doing alright. I have not seen his son online in a while. Zach Ware, I'm not an interview guy. I'm not an interview guy. I'm a chat hanger outer guy. But I would love to talk to the Gambler someday.
You can see there's not room to put another fan here.
Yeah, imagine if Dave Taylor walks out and he's like,
And here comes direct
he's got 4 of a kind. I can't win. And he forfeits.
He could not be happier that there's not one more fan
See, you
in
know
the
that
building.
he's
He
no
has
longer a
earned
square
this
because he cut the
for
puffy
every
sleeves
wrestling
off of
fan
his
in the
robe.
world, and lets it be known. Look at the countenance. Look at the expression.
Zach is an interview guy. Zach's a great interview guy. Some great interviews with Kyle Fletcher, some of the greats from AEW. On YouTube, go search for Zach.
The Wigan
And
Wrestling
search for Kyle
School
Fletcher.
in
He'll
Great
pop
Britain
up.
has poured out a number of very, very tough wrestlers, starting with Billy Robinson back in the 1960s. With a tough
Did Dave
guy.
Taylor have any storylines in WCW? I mean, there was the Blue Bloods breakup,
Not just in Europe.
where it was mostly him and Bobby Eaton.
Internationally known that the Wigan School
They blew it off on WCW
produces
Pro.
some of the greatest and certainly some of the toughest
Regal wasn't really even
wrestlers
involved.
ever to compete.
And
They
the
thought he
Gambler
was
to
too
face
good
Dave Taylor here on Worldwide.
to
I
be
gotta
involved
think
in
the
it.
Gambler probably, well, his
If you
application to the
squint, it
Wigan
looks
School
like
was,
Arn Anderson
well
fighting an
done.
American Gladiator.
Really no comparison when you look at the experience of these two wrestlers. Dave Taylor has wrestled all around the world for well over a decade. He's a third generation.
Yeah, could you imagine
wrestler,
going to a
by the way.
casino and a guy walks in,
Yes, his father
black
and
briefs,
his
satin
grandfather
jacket,
competed as pro wrestlers.
no pants,
Not too many men can make that.
knee
jump.
Well, it is
pads?
a unique distinction. I understand that coming up later here on WCW Worldwide, we will have yet another third-generation wrestler in Chavo Guerrero Jr., and there's even one more on the WCW roster. That's Super Calo, who is a third-generation wrestler.
That's why I love you, Mike.
Currently active in
Because you're not
WCW.
letting the company get
Calo is
away
a
with
third-generation
not
wrestler.
letting, not giving Super Calo his second generation valor.
Wow. Well, he certainly comes by his talent honestly. And take a look at that clothesline over the top.
I think Gambler's working
And
babyface
Dave Taylor,
here.
Boy, what an affront to an upper crust individual to be clotheslined over the top rope.
I think that lariat was a wake-up call for...
Always fun to see couples in the casino together. No problems there
And he
whatsoever.
got the 2 count. I thought he was going to get the pin. They are really going to rib Dave Taylor down at the club after this performance. On
See, if you didn't know who he was, he's the
Maybe a case
Gambler.
here in the
It's
early
on his
going
butt.
Of overlooking your opponent. We talked about the experience factor and the huge...
I think the Gambler would
but the Gambler
be a
by no
true
means
American
is a rookie.
patriot if he came along today.
A veteran, you could say, the Gambler
Draft
around
Kings,
this great
Draft
sport
Kings.
for a number of years and really showing Dave Taylor around the ring.
He's really taken the offense to Taylor, too, and shoulder up.
Did you see what the
Shoulder
Gambler did
up.
during the pinfall attempt? Braced his body weight on his own legs, rested his hand across the jaw
Bless Scott Hudson for trying to like throw out some technique discussion and not just blowing this match off.
Applied to one of his opponents. That time the Gambler turned the tables and took a page out of the Dave Taylor playbook.
Referee looks like a crash test dummy.
Asking Dave Taylor if he wants to give it up. Taylor, I don't think there's any give in this man at all.
Course, Taylor legendary for
Say Mystery Wrestling and Cecil appears in the chat.
Loves to use
Yes, I do remember that. The Muppets were very violent. Much more violent than people remember.
That maneuver on also, he will float over and maintain control of
Yeah, this is wild. This has to be like one of the Gambler's last matches in WCW. You don't think of Gambler being around for the bird shit logo days.
Maintain that contact and never let your opponent up. Gambler high risk off the middle rope. That one backfired.
We'll see if the Gambler showed up today, he wouldn't have playing cards. He would just pull out his phone and be like, "Oh, look at this parlay I put in." He'd be the most relatable wrestler on the roster. Dave Taylor wins with his butterfly suplex into Amazon position. Leonard Big Gambler would lose $200 during his entrance, but he would bet on every little movement throughout the show. Oh yeah, I guarantee you Dave Taylor's like, thank God you're not Eric Watts.
It's swing time on WCW.
Swing time. Johnny Swinger was in ECW, God, like 8 months after this.
In all of pro wrestling, Johnny Swinger makes his way to the ring.
Wow, you just read that exactly.
Could you imagine how much of a degenerate you'd have to be to bet on WCW Saturday night in this era?
His machine
that is some shit that, like, I don't know, Christina Aguilera would wear on the cover of, like, Stuff magazine.
I have never once
Gambler interfering in matches that is prop bets.
Johnny Swinger taking a undeserved bow in mid-ring. Who bows before the match?
Like, how do you even pitch that to, like, a gear design?
Maybe he knows. He thinks he's at the Budokan Hall here.
I just need some, like, tinsel hanging over my boobs.
Competitor, Chavo Guerrero Jr., son of, obviously, Chavo Guerrero.
Oh, where did you read that? Well, oh, you just made a deduction. So, yeah.
Tanae being an asshole. Where'd you hear that he was Chavo Guerrero Sr.'s son? Huh.
That Chavo's father had with Roddy Piper. They're still talking about those today all across the country, but as I can recall...
Yeah, Mike's just like telling people what tapes to order off the internet. He doesn't care. Hey man, here's what I ordered from Crazy Max last week. Best of Roddy Piper in Los Angeles.
Johnny Swinger, and I gotta tell you this.
Got some CMLL TV. Also, Johnny Swinger wearing like fingerless moving gloves that do not fit his gimmick at all.
Night and day difference. The deep arm drag by Chavo Jr. takes over Johnny Swinger, and we have been impressed with Johnny Swinger, certainly on these worldwide broadcasts. It appears to me that he's just
like with as like roped into that shady bullshit that is WWE is. Why the fuck isn't there a gambler that like does all that shit on their roster? Yeah, that is crazy, Cecil. Johnny Swinger's still wrestling to this day. Still looks good. Looking jacked. Keeps in real good shape.
His looks than he is about his in-ring ability. Chavo Guerrero slowed out escape from the corner. Johnny Swinger dropped toe hold from Chavo Jr. Side headlock takeover.
I love when cruiserweights just do headlocks.
Of Scotty Riggs, a man that is also very overly concerned with his looks.
Well, Scotty Riggs has several championship reigns. He was a tag team champion here in WCW. Scotty Riggs has already...
Yeah, Chavo just gets to train famous people to do basic wrestling.
From a look standpoint, and wow, what a move that was. Quick cover here, too.
Oh, and Chavo.
That would have
He's like an NXT coach, but cooler. Yes, Cecil, great memory of that TNA storyline where they lost that match to Pat Kinney.
Shoulder high suplex
So they had to wear like stereotype outfits. Apparently Swinger's like part Hawaiian. Had to wear a coconut bra, but he just like was like, oh man, my tits look great in this thing. Oh no, it wasn't that. It was his stereotype. It was that. It was Sonny Siaki's stereotype. That's right. And Glenn Gilberti had to be a leprechaun because they were making fun of Simon Diamond for being Irish.
Completely out of whack. You know, we are headed like a freight train toward the Great American Bash at the Baltimore Arena. Oh man, gonna go to the Inner Harbor, have a double order of crab cakes, and go to the big show. Hang on.
This is the part of the show where they're so bored they just start talking about all the food they're gonna eat before Nitro in the town.
Perfect fit when you really think about it. What a great wrestling city.
That's a thing that would always happen when they're hyping Nitro, but they don't know what to promote.
Through the years, the great traditional World Championship wrestling events, the historic championship bouts that have been contested in that building. Inside cradle to a small package and another 2 count, another near fall for Swinger.
I remember the Great American Bash in 1996 at the Baltimore Arena, the match everyone still talks about with Kevin Sullivan and Chris Benoit. It went up into the crowd, into the ladies' room, outside, back into the
Don't
ring.
even have
Maybe one of the first hardcore
those
matches
problematic
in World
fucks on our
Championship
show,
Wrestling. That one
and they still
sticks
get
out
dragged
my
in.
mind.
Benoit and
Baltimore is
Sullivan.
become unglued for the Great American Bash in June.
I'll never forget that night either, and you're right, they were ahead of their time if you really think about it. Kevin Sullivan.
See, everything I know about
and,
Baltimore
the
comes
Canadian
from wrestling.
Benoit tore down the house in Baltimore.
Swinger caught one right in the jaw. Clothesline.
Hell yeah, Chavo Guerrero with that cruiserweight jumping clothesline.
Swinger slowly back
Who
up.
feuded longer, Benoit Sullivan or Santana Martel? Santana Martel, because Benoit and Sullivan started early 96, they wrapped up summer 97. Whereas Martel and Sullivan were still doing like Coliseum video exclusive matches like 8 years after their breakup. And every year in the Rumble they'd do a spot. And Guerrero Monsoon would be like, oh, that was cool. He'd be like, oh, remember 1988? These two youngsters still hate each other.
You know, we often talk about that little variable, that variation to a move that'll catch your opponent off guard. Well, that's exactly what
There
it
you
was
go,
that time for
Chavito.
Chavo Jr. Usually he'll go to the top ropes in an effort to use that.
Yeah, it was a cool little
tornado
thing.
DDT. That time he caught
That
it in
Santana and
mid-move,
Martel just
planted the
hated
ball.
each
Johnny
other,
Swinger in the
but
middle
never
of
got
the
a
ring.
blow-off
The
match.
3 count and the pinfall was academic at that point.
Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Like, I think even at that convention Martel did a few months ago, like they would, he asked them to not put them on the same side of the building as Tito. Keep kayfabe. Also, okay,
2 veterans in our main event.
I don't know if y'all saw that. Barry Darso's not doing the golfer gimmick,
Chris Adams makes his way to the ring. We've talked about it before. What a history.
even though they were hyping up in the intro that he was Mr. Hole-in-One still.
With the late Gino Hernandez.
Gino Hernandez getting a name drop?
Terry Taylor.
1999 Worldwide?
Chris Adams certainly knows his way around the wrestling.
Well, you factor in the international experience that Chris Adams brings.
But like clearly Larry Zbyszko and Tony Schiavone not watching Saturday Night. They're thinking Barry Darso's still a golfer.
Brother Neil, who is a judo champion, wrestled twice in the Olympics representing England.
Yeah, that's true. This is Barry Darso, whereas they were talking about Barry Dorso.
That Chris Adams brings to the ring, and don't forget about that super kick, Barry Darso.
Barry Darso, the master of the
I love him.
legal.
Barry Darso, the first ever 2-time recipient of a Why They Rule video. How did Chris Adams fuck up his life so much? Because his brain chemicals were bad.
Well, they are both just that, very experienced veterans. I think when you look at the offensive attacks that both bring to the ring, you'll see the submission moves of Barry Darso.
I always love when a wrestler gets to the end of his career and he's like, I need to get naked again. I wear clothes for like 10 years. Oh shit!
That you mentioned earlier.
I'll punch a fan.
Darso has to be on guard at all times because in a split second, in an absolute blink of an eye, Chris Adams can deliver the super kick with authority, with impact. And if you look, I think, through the years at the long list of victories of Chris Adams, On more occasions than
Yes,
not, it's been that
Winborn.
super kick that has provided the difference.
Even in experience,
Agree.
even in power.
I'm gonna trick you, a stinking bomb. I think we synced.
Has an edge in the martial arts. This one is going to be something else on Worldwide into the ropes. Block the hip toss, reverse it. Adam, hip toss on Darso. Big drop kick. Nailed him right in the chin. Adam, side headlock. Now reverses it into the arm ringer.
Yeah, Barry, that's the great thing about Barry. He had no shame. He never acted like he was above anything.
Hammerlock this time, and as you see, he reaches through, he keys the hammerlock.
But also he did every gimmick as Barry Darso.
Moves in the early going, but again,
He didn't like
the offense,
try to do any sort of like golfer stereotype. It was just Barry Darso golfing.
Sets him up, spins him into the clothesline.
When he was a trucker, it was just Barry Darso driving the truck.
Adams got the 2 count on Barry Darso.
Excellent move by Adams that time, connecting with the lariat from in tight, and then immediately following it up with a pinfall. And speaking of chain wrestling, right back to the top wrist lock.
That's not chain wrestling. He just put on a hold, Mike.
Fighting back with rights to the gut. Into the arm ringer one more time on Chris Adams. Adams trying to fight his way through it. Flip out.
It honestly looked like he was trying to make Chris Adams touch his wiener. Like, Chris, you can't do that. Or Barry, you can't do that. Yeah, Repo Man was just Barry Darso as a car thief. Like, the only difference is he like creeped around.
Chris Adams has surprised both us and his opponent Barry Darso.
Yeah. Demolition Smash is just BDSM Barry Darso.
Barry Darso, Mr. LPGA, Mr. Hole in the Head, Barry Darso. Sets Adams up, shoots him across hard. Oh!
Again, why are we talking about? He hasn't done that gimmick in a while. It sounds
with the
like.
right hands on Darso.
Hey, refs as wizards.
Opening him up. Tattooing
Like
him
Barry
in the
cannot
corner.
help but be your uncle,
Adam in control.
no matter what gimmick he's
Into the
doing.
jaw of Barry Darso.
Chris Adams just winding up with those forearm smashes and delivering them to the side of the head. That's going to rock his opponent. Darso in trouble. He's
Dorso?
dizzy. He's dazed
You
in the
mean?
corner.
Certainly is, barely moving. Talk about barely legal. Oh no. Darso in the wrong.
I mean, I know that's the name of his move, but imagine flipping the channels and hearing that line. Like, oh shit, that wrestler's a pervert. Also, if you're an editor and you have these 4 matches, how the fuck do you pick which one's the main event?
Barry Darso doubled up in pain as Adam from the top turnbuckle, crossbody.
Oh,
What impact! Hooks the legs. Adams on top. 2 count on Darso.
Again, Darso in trouble. He was rocked. The cross body block by Chris Adams almost put him away.
oh!
Darso ducked out of the way at Adams. Over the top rope to the ring apron.
Did you see when he went over the top rope, he landed with his shoulder right on the ring apron. Oh, that may be the opening that Darso needs.
Oh, yeah, barely legal.
There it is. There's the barely legal on that
There's a
injured shoulder.
I don't know how much of this
wrist lock.
take. He is close to the ropes, however. The barely legal from Barry Darso. Can Adams hang on? Adams.
I'm gonna break it off. That's not how that works.
Darso just reaching. That's it.
God, imagine being Chris Adams. And they're like, dude, you have to lose to Barry Darso in 1999. And he's like, can he at least cheat? And they're like, no. You have to submit. And you're a babyface. You have to submit to Barry Darso. Gosh, I love it.
We take another look at the barely legal. It proves the difference for Barry Darso.
Darso wins it. Let's send it to an exclusive interview.
All right, so after this interview, we're going to go to Saturday Night Proper.
Here on WCW Worldwide, you people know that in professional wrestling,
Love the
today,
random
World
barbed
Championship
wire
Wrestling,
in the background.
things
Oh, that's
have gotten
why.
a little out of control. And I think one of the men responsible for that.
Like, I love that
When
we
I
cut
say
there and
people,
there's
I'm
just
talking
barbed
about
wire in the
hardcore.
locker room,
I'm
but that
talking
makes
about
sense.
the extreme approach to this great sport. No more of the Greco-Roman and freestyle wrestling. This is street fighting at its best.
I don't know.
Wrestling Savant, thank you for upping your prime sub. Much
appreciated.
appreciated.
Ladder. I do know how to use that trash can against you. I do know how to wrap barbed wire around your neck. And boy, do I know how to use this cane against you.
God, this is so
All right, so
weird.
that's the point that I wanted to bring up. You take a look at the barbed wire, garbage cans, ladders, kendo sticks. I mean, if there were a kitchen sink around, I'm not surprised, Hack, that you wouldn't use that.
Yo, if I can find one in the building, I haven't been
Shout
able
out to
find
Salmon
one
for
yet,
figuring
but
out how
there's
to
a kitchen sink
expend
anywhere
even less
near.
energy
I'll have
doing
it,
an
and I'll
interview.
stick it under the ring. I'll carry
Just
it
sits
out
down.
there. I'll do whatever I can. I'll do whatever it takes.
You know what some people are saying about this?
Why does he
They're
sound
saying
like he wants to
it's
cry?
gone too far.
Going too far.
Way too far.
You haven't seen nothing yet. Oh, wait till you're in store for some more vicious action.
Okay, Sandman Hack
I mean,
is
you guys
actually on
haven't
the
seen
pay-per-view.
Half the stuff that
Unlike
I do.
Brian
If it
Adams.
gets
Half
any
the-
worse, somebody is not going to walk away from one of these encounters.
Yeah, and maybe you shouldn't have signed a contract to go to the ring with me. That's your own fault.
Like, it just sounds.
Raven,
This just sounds like
Saturn,
Sandman on his
Bam Bam, Taking Over the Lights,
podcast.
It's all very hardcore.
And Knobs came in. Knobs showed he was a little bit hardcore. We know Bam
Knobs,
Bam's
you
hardcore.
know.
We know Raven's hardcore. You know what I mean? Hey,
He's
there's
so-
some other hardcore guys around. We're just trying to pull them out of the woodwork because they know I'm as extreme as they get.
Well, you can say that again. The man's name is Hack.
I
Take a
kinda
look at
like
this.
this.
Arsenal, if you will. One of the great super. You are hardcore, my friend. Really hardcore.
All right, so we're about to go to Saturday night. Before we do, no off the grid this Sunday. I'm taking Sunday off, but I'll be back next Tuesday for Deep Cuts Live. And here's what we're watching. Then I'll be back right after the break.
It was the luck of the draw. You're going to be.
You drew my name.
Well, I had to draw your name.
Why don't you wrestle him then?
I don't want to get.
Names you wrestle him.
I can't get involved, Rick. Come on. You're going to be teaming up with.
Who'd you have picking no names?
I had a couple of young ladies.
Ah, yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, that's next Tuesday. And yeah, I saw the WCW Vault upload the other day, and I'm like, fuck. So they just uploaded a bunch of stuff I'm gonna show on my Twitch stream in way better quality. So anyway, we were at Club Saturday night. All the sexy ladies grind into Barry Darso matches. Gonna take drugs.
This will be your first opportunity
Snort coke
to
in the
get result
bathroom.
of Slamboree. It's WCW Saturday night. Scott Hudson and
Yeah,
the
I was gonna say
heartthrob
something
Mike
about that up
Tenay
front,
in
but then I had all the tech
jam-packed
issues.
Saturday Night Arena.
R.I.P.
Mike,
Ted
it was
Turner.
last
Very
Sunday
thankful,
at
if
the
nothing else,
TWA Dome in
that
St.
he
Louis. And above
just
all
kept the
else,
lights on
we
for
have a new
WCW for so long.
world
Kept it on
heavyweight
TV
champion in
when everybody
Kevin
else
Nash.
wanted him
Well, we
to
certainly
shut it
do, Scott,
down.
and it was almost
These guys wouldn't
epidemic
have had a job in
proportions
wrestling.
in terms of title changes
That's for
last
sure.
Sunday at Slamboree. Because
I
not
love
only did
disorderly
Kevin
conduct.
Nash walk away from the TWA Dome in St. Louis, Missouri,
But,
with the world's heavyweight title around his waist, we also have a new world.
If you're gonna be a
television
billionaire,
champion
if you
in the
have to be a
dog-faced
billionaire,
Gremlin Rick Steiner, and we
I
have
mean,
new
spending
world
all your
tag
money on
team
like
champions.
wrestling and
We see
Space
the
Ghost
former
is
world
the way
tag
to
team
go.
title holders, Rey Mysterio Jr. and Kidman, preparing to make
Wow,
their
wow,
entrance
wow,
here on
yippee-yo,
WCW
yippee-yay.
Saturday night. But last Sunday at Slamboree, it was the return
What a
of
weird
Canyon
fucking
that
match
allowed
this
Raven
is.
and Perry Saturn to walk
Exactly,
out of Slamboree as world tag team champions.
And as we talk
These guys
about
got
the tag
two
team
gigs.
champs in the tag team
Texas
division,
A&M /
do
disorderly
not
conduct.
rest easy. Ray Jr. and Kidman,
Because Ted Turner like
Raven and
wrestling.
Perry Saturn, Horseman, anybody. We have new sheriffs in town. Rick and Scott Steiner are back together as a tag team.
And Sting and Goldberg certainly felt
yippee-yo,
the brunt
yippee-yay.
of the
Reba LaRosse
Steiner brothers
all day,
attack at
every
Slamboree. My question is, you have a world's TV champion
Kidman
in
is
Rick
my
Steiner.
man.
You have the world's, I'm sorry, you have the United
I'm just glad he's
States
not your
heavyweight champion
kid.
in
That
Big
would be
Papa Pump
creepy.
Scott Steiner.
Worldwide was
Will they
syndicated.
decide to stick with singles
Syndicated
competition,
worldwide.
or will the Steiner brothers reform their tag team and go after the world tag team belts, which are now around the waist of
There's
Saturn
so
and
much
Raven?
smoke
Can you imagine
in
if
that
the
building.
Steiners capture the World Tag Team Championships? That would be 4 straps on 2 guys.
I did not see that, but that is
But we were
hilarious.
certainly
I would
impressed
love
to
a
see Rey
Livin'
Mysterio
Lolita
Jr.
Loca
in the ring
jacket
now,
in
when he had
2026.
one half of the world tag team belts and the world's cruiserweight title. As things stand now,
And yeah,
Ray Jr.
Kidman
is
should have come out with a
strictly
Make
the
7
cruiserweight
up
champ.
your shirt.
Rey Mysterio Jr. also involved in the match at Slamboree between Conan and Stevie Ray.
Hey Ray, your underwear's
His
hanging out, you
involvement
weirdo.
allowed Conan to score the Duke over Stevie Ray.
Also, shout out to,
Last
I think
Sunday
that's
at
Tough
Slamboree,
Tom
Ray
there,
Jr. float out escape
with the little rat
over
tail
Tough
coming off
Tom,
of his
one to the
flat
gut.
top.
Tom shoots
Like, he's
across,
got a
Ray
normal
Jr.
haircut,
Here
and
we
then if
go.
he turns
Body
around
scissors.
fast
Takes
enough,
him up.
you see that
Armbar
little thing
takedown
whip
from Rey
around.
Mysterio Jr.
Mysterio against the larger, tough Tom of Disorderly Conduct has certainly
They're
proven
the
in past
same
that he
size,
can maintain
Disorderly
against some of
Conduct.
the real heavyweights of the game.
Yes, later in this broadcast, we will take you back. Whoa! Slingshot guillotine leg drop from Kidman.
Yeah,
We'll
Ray
take
was
you
like,
back to St.
yeah,
Louis.
that'd be
At
sweet if I did that thing
Slamboree
Lita was
99,
doing
what
on
a night it
Raw.
was. You will
My
get your
little panties
exclusive
hanging out.
first look at Slamboree tonight on this broadcast, including the return of Eric Bischoff. Hang on, roll up, cradles him up, got the two, and all. Mean Mike tripped up Kidman.
Disorderly Conduct, totally fine heel tag team.
Disorderly Conduct using double.
They did all the heel
tactics
tag team
to perfection.
things.
Now let's see if they can cut off the ring and keep Kidman in their corner, keep him in their half
See,
of
Low
the
Dog,
ring,
your typo
and
made
wear
me
down
think
this
of
team
a new
Kidman
show
and
called
Rey Mysterio
Chaplin
Jr.
Planet.
As we said earlier, Eric Bischoff back in the
About
mix.
Captain
in World
Planet
Championship
working at a
Wrestling.
hospital,
Much more about that from Slamboree.
giving
Still to
last
come.
rites to
Kidman
people
now.
on life support.
Drop kicks all around. Makes the tag to Rey Mysterio Jr. That's Mean Mike up top.
Balls in the
Whoa,
face.
With the Daz press from the top rope. When he walks into a
Oh.
clothesline.
Excellent move by Mysterio.
I
off the
think
top with
Dating
the
Game
Fez press.
aired
But
February
then the double teaming of
99,
Disorderly
if I'm not
Conduct
mistaken.
allow them to take
But it was
the momentum
taped
onto
like
their
summer
side.
98.
And the tag is in good fresh tags by Disorderly Conduct, keeping Mysterio and Kidman on their heels.
Seriously,
Oh, tough Tom
Kidman
just
dresses like
tattooed Ray
such a
Jr.
hot
With a
girl.
right hand. Knocked him straight back to the canvas. And Rey Mysterio Jr. and Kidman still reeling from losing the World Tag Team straps last Sunday night. Oh, power slam from Tough
Hey,
Tom.
Davey Boy's
Lateral
not there
press with
anymore.
the
It's
leg.
for the
Ray Jr.
taking.
Out at 2.
You make an important point about Mysterio and Kidman still reeling. You know that they want to get back on the winning track in this matchup against Disorderly Conduct. Executive committee members on hand as always here at WCW
Disorderly Conduct
Saturday night.
like Nick
And
Patrick's
Mysterio
cousins.
and Kidman,
That's why he's
just
not
the mere
reffing.
fact that they're the former tag champs,
too much
I feel like
collusion.
they deserve another shot at Raven and Saturn.
Oh, no
The double axe handle
about
neck
it.
breaker
What a
was
contest that
both
was,
a
that
Hangman
three-way
and
dance for the
Disorderly
World
Conduct
Tag
move. They
Team
did it
strap.
as both
They
teams.
took
I've
the
seen
involvement, the
there are
returning
matches in
Canyon. Oh, hang
WCW
on,
where they
lateral
did it
press. Mean Mike
under
got
both
the 2 count.
aliases.
Canyon interfering in the contest.
So they didn't
wearing
even
a
try to
stain
hide it.
mask of all things, allowing Raven and Perry Saturn to score the victory and become the new tag team champions of the world. And Tough Tom drops the elbow on Ray Jr.
And when you factor in that involvement of Canyon that allowed Saturn and Raven to win the World Tag Team titles, that's even more reason that Rey Mysterio Jr. and Kidman deserve yet another shot at the World Tag Team belt.
I think Hangman's going to end up in the Owen Hart Cup.
Oh, and he snapped the neck of Ray Jr.
Ray Jr.
I think the Owen Hart
nursing
Cup
neck
for the
injury.
men at
That
least
was
is going
so
to be
very
like
close.
a bunch of main event guys.
What an upset that would be if Disorderly Conduct could score the victory over Ray
Stomp
Jr.
right
and
on his
Kidman. They're not
balls
the
for
champs
the
anymore,
referee.
but they are,
What are you
as you
doing,
said,
Mickey J?
the #1 contenders. Ray Jr. Sunset flip off the rope. Look
Whoa.
at it. Look at the tenacity of Ray Jr. He gets a 2 count. Oh, he walks into a clothesline from Mean Mike.
Mysterio quick to get to his feet, but Mean Mike leveled him just as quickly
Yeah,
with the lariat that
totally
came out of
right.
nowhere.
Every promotion
Ray Jr.
needs a tag team with
needs to make
Disorderly
the tag to
Conduct.
his tag team partner Kidman.
Just
He is being dismantled by
the
Disorderly
shittiest
Conduct.
guys
Here comes
at a local
Tough Tom from the
tavern.
top. Whoa, with the forearm across the lower back.
Double
I
team
think Heyman's
tactics
only won
used
the
to
Owen
perfection.
once.
Consummate tag team strategy, as we mentioned earlier. Cutting off the ring.
He won
now
last
putting
year.
the referee in the middle. Mickey J, while he counts out Kidman, they continue their assault on Rey Mysterio.
Throttling young Rey Mysterio Jr. over that lower steel cage.
Young Rey Mysterio
Disorderly
Jr.
Conduct. This is as good as we've seen DC look ever in World Championship Wrestling.
This is
Now, they have
wild
confidence on their
that
side.
this
They have
is still
dominated
going
the
on.
early stages of this tag team matchup.
To
And that
hit my
confidence
catchphrase, why is
continues
this
to
match
grow
still
as they double
happening?
team and pound on Ray Jr.
Oh, look at that. Raining in double right hands across the torso of Rey Mysterio Jr. Referee
No,
Mickey
ref, I
J
was just
directing
doing the
traffic in
cane
there,
move.
But the damage has been done.
I don't know why I did a
Tom
southern
pulls Rey
accent
Mysterio
from like
Jr.
Wisconsin.
Back up to a vertical base. Young Ray is not even in there. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Inside cradle. Small package. But Mickey J distracted by Mean Mike. Ray Jr. only got the 2 count, but he had him for a 5.
Well, it's of ultra importance that Rey Mysterio Jr. get to the corner and get his tag team partner, Kidman, into the action. Disorderly Conduct has dominated this tag bout for the better part of the last 5 minutes, with Ray Jr. exclusively in the ring.
If it wasn't for the
Later
fact that
on,
Ray and
we'll go back to
Kidman
Slamboree
were
and
like
take a look
these
at
super
the
hot
exclusive
moves,
stills from that
4-star
three-way
cruiserweight
dance for the World
wrestlers.
Tag Team strap. But right now, Ray Jr. walked into a clothesline.
People would probably have really liked this match.
Oh, Ray needs to make the tag in the worst
This is a good match.
This may be the verge of an upset right here. Here comes Tough Tom. Ray Jr. kicks out, but still in the full Nelson. Head scissors on Tough Tom. No!
Oh, that's sweet.
Double power
That was
bomb.
cool.
That is going to do it.
I like that.
No, Kidman makes the save. That would have been a 3 count.
Kidman in at the last split second to save
You know,
Ray
in honor
Jr.,
of
but
Rev Ray being
disorderly
here, I think
again, both
I
men
would
in
give
the
this a
ring.
full
Ray Jr. shot
worldwide
hard into the
point.
corner. Here we go.
Absolutely.
Mean Mike. No. Ray out of the way. Spinning heel kick. Levels Tough Tom. He needs to make the tag to Kidman. Kidman's ready in the corner. Disorderly conduct is staggered. Mickey J watching. Ray Jr. crawling to the right side of town, but no.
But Mickey
Cut
J
off
needs to
the
get
heel.
control of this
Here
shit,
comes
man.
Kidman. Right hand. Drop kick for Tough Tom. Kidman clearinghouse of disorderly conduct.
Great
Yeah.
offense. Kidman
Rain
out of the corner,
Kidman
exploding on
going
both
after the
members
tag
off the top.
titles.
Look at that
Oh, that was
bulldog
cool.
out of nowhere.
One
Kidman
impact.
doing like the regular
Kidman
bulldog that he
control
did,
on
coming down with the
Saturday
double.
Hang on, Kidman shoots Ray across.
Oh, yeah, the last call. By the way, if you weren't here for Off the Grid on Sunday, you missed an all-timer.
Go behind. There's the short power bomb on Mean Mike from Kidman.
I thought he said the Jorts power bomb, which it really should have been. The Jorts power bomb.
Still reeling from the
Oh God, please hit this.
Kidman way up top and straight down with the shooting star
Yeah,
press.
shout out to
The
Pam.
lateral
Brian
press
found
is
Pam
covered
on
Kidman and Rey
Instagram.
Mysterio Jr. Back
If
to
you
their
were wondering,
winning
if you were on
ways
Sunday,
Saturday
Pam
night.
has lived a somewhat normal life. She's a musician now. She seems very healthy and happy.
And Kidman have staked their claim.
So,
They
shout
want
out
to
to
be
Pam.
recognized as the #1 contenders to the new champs, Raven and Perry Saturn, and they took a big step here on WCW Saturday night.
Thankfully, that was not under
Results from
Serbian
Slamboree
rules.
And exclusive looks at last Sunday's pay-per-view, all still to come on Saturday night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Yeah.
WCW Monday Night Raw.
You sure?
Here comes Hogan.
That's actually probably a good, that could have been the backstory behind this Rev Ray. It's like
New attitude.
disorderly conduct did something nice for Kidman in the locker room. They're like, hey, let's give him something. Also, could you imagine wearing that shirt in real life? Walking up to like a stranger, hey, shut up and wrestle.
Saturday night is brought to you by Valvoline. You can always tell
Yeah,
the
the
guys
great
who
you
use
are.
Valvoline.
Shout out Valvoline.
Welcome to WCW Saturday Night. Scott Hudson and Mike Tenay here on the Superstation. Mike, it was just last Sunday night.
Scott Hudson, a real company guy, wearing that,
St. Louis, Slamboree
wearing that
99,
WCW
and the
dress
big
shirt.
news coming out of that contest. New
I kind of wonder if he ever
heavyweight
wore
champion of the
that
world
to
in
his
Kevin
FBI
Nash.
job.
And Slamboree 99, Scott, will forever be
Brian.
remembered as a night of title changes because no less than 3 new world champions were crowned. We have new world tag team champions, Perry Saturn and Raven.
Like, with the
thanks
tape
to
quality,
Kenny.
these
We have a
both-
new world
both these guys
television
look
champion.
like they're
the
sick.
dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner, thanks to his brother Big Papa Pump Scott, and we'll detail the reunion.
Big
of the
Papa
Steiner
Pump
brothers
Scott
here on
doesn't
WCW
have the same
Saturday night. And we have a
oomph
new
to it.
world's heavyweight champion in Kevin Nash, thanks to, of all people, Eric Bischoff.
Well, Eric Bischoff made his return to World Championship
Yes.
Wrestling in a
Mike
big
today
way
with the
Sunday
little
night at
steeple
Slamboree,
he does with his
impacting
hands.
the outcome
Always
of the
praying
Ric
in
Flair
some
Roddy
way
Piper
to
match. Roddy
the
Piper
gods of
won
Lucha
that
Libre.
contest. Much more still to come about that. And Eric Bischoff involved in the main event, allowing Kevin Nash to become the new
Scott's doing
heavyweight
the little
champion
thing,
of
too.
the world. Still to come in
Hanging
this
around
edition
Mike
of
Tenay
Saturday
too
night,
much.
The king of the NWO Black and White, Stevie Ray.
Wait, they have a
one-on-one
king?
with Kurt Hennig.
And
The
it's certainly
NWO
been
is a
well documented
monarchy?
The problems that Kurt Hennig has had in the past with the
And
NWO.
Stevie
This is his
Ray's
time
the
for
king
revenge.
of the
That and
NWO?
much more about Slamboree still to come on this edition of WCW Saturday Night.
Lettermouse,
It's
thank
great
you
to
for the
watch
follow.
World Championship Wrestling every week on the Superstation. Thunder on Thursday, WCW Saturday nights on Saturday, and of course on TNT there's Monday Nitro. But there's nothing like experiencing World Championship Wrestling action live and in person. And tickets will go on sale 1 week from today.
Very
For
cool
a major
story on
WCW
it.
arena event coming to Fort Wayne,
I
Indiana.
tried to play guitar
That's
when
right.
I was
Tickets on sale
12.
Saturday, May the 22nd.
Gave up after
for
a
World
month.
Championship Wrestling.
Adrian
at the
Bird in the
County
ring.
Memorial Coliseum
He
on
is
June the 26th.
4'3".
Tickets on sale next Saturday at the Coliseum ticket office and all Ticketmaster
But he's very muscular, like an
Plus, get this, Scott.
8-year-old little boy. Hey, it's Johnny Swinger
Next
again.
Saturday to meet Bobby the Brain Heenan.
It is wild to see a WCW match where Johnny Swinger is the bigger star by
Well, you know what? You can pretty much meet Bobby Heenan at the Wooden Nickel at 10 a.m. on
Birdman versus Old Glitter Tits.
Well, I'm sure it's some sort of...
I'm sure that's what Terry Taylor wrote on the board.
You think? Yeah. I just wouldn't take any wooden nickels from Bobby Heenan.
Swinger's so excited. I'm gonna win, you guys!
Johnny Swinger in the ring to take on the newcomer Adrian Byrd here on
do you think
Saturday night.
like a wrestler on one of these shows ever got so excited they actually get to win a match and they just came out yelling, "I'm winning! It says on the board back there, I get to win this!"
Tied up in a hardcore showdown at the TWA Dome in St. Louis, and I mean to tell you, you think it's easy money working the concession stand at a WCW
easy money.
event?
It's gonna be an ECW, dude. That's shot.
Is the TWA Dome still
Johnny Swinger worked the dark match at Slamboree, losing the Dale Tour board.
To that King of Hardcore bout this past
Imagine Adrian Byrd being so low on the totem pole that he's gonna lose to the guy that lost to Dale Torborg in the pay-per-view dark match.
And they just about tore down the TWA Dome, and it was that Falls Count Anywhere stipulation that came into play when Bam Bam Bigelow ended up...
Yeah, Swinger is in such a good mood because he was absolutely told he was
Any of
winning.
you good folks in the Gateway City, St. Louis.
Does Adrian Byrd have a finisher? I don't even think Adrian Byrd has a move.
To work the concession stand. I'm sure those guys bailed quick when Bigelow and Knobs headed in their
Yeah, if
direction.
you're in Johnny Swinger's position and they actually like underline your name on the board,
for the people
gotta be so happy about
the arena at the TWA Dome.
It ended up with a suplex through a table.
I always hate when a wrestler doesn't have like tape or elbow pads. Makes it look like they're not taking it seriously.
Hardcore in WCW. Whoa, Adrian Byrd, touch drop kick on Johnny Swinger. Drove swing time all the way to the guardrail.
Well, this is certainly one of the matchups, as we talked about earlier, that the WCW Executive Committee is going to keep their eyes on. Johnny Swinger, Adrian Byrd. This could be a breakthrough match for one of these two wrestlers.
Oh, no.
To take a huge step up the ladder of success in WCW.
I saw it in the chat. Donald Gibb,
something to say to Johnny Swinger.
probably most famous for his roles in Bloodsport, Revenge of the Nerds, has passed away at age 71.
First look.
That breaks my heart. I love Donald Gibb.
We will go back to
I always wanted to like meet him in a convention. He would be like the one actor I would want to take a picture with.
At the May pay-per-view tradition from World
Like when I was a kid, I always thought he was a wrestler.
Role that Eric Bischoff played last Sunday at
Like, how the fuck did he not end up in wrestling?
We hadn't seen Eric Bischoff in months.
Well, see, that's different.
With a vengeance.
That's
involving
like wrestlers, like young wrestlers on an indie show getting to go over for like one of the first times. This is Johnny Swinger on television. Was that the Hidden Blade? Johnny Swinger invented the Hidden Blade.
One more unexpected return as we see Johnny Swinger.
Like, do you think Swinger watches Will Ospreay matches? And he's like, that motherfucker.
Unexpected return. How about Bret the Hitman Hart? As he came
but hey, he didn't use it as a finish. He didn't swing with it.
Actually, he was the conclusion of
R.I.P. Donald Gibb, one of the all-time greats in his sport, that sport being acting.
A couple of months ago, we thought he was done. We were getting ready for
Teardrop suplex.
Bret Hart in World Championship Wrestling.
I wonder what wrestler he grew up watching.
Came back Sunday night at Slamboree and just injected himself into the Sting and Goldberg contest. Johnny Swinger, sleeper hold on Adrian Byrd, caught him with the jawbreaker.
Perfect counter by Adrian Byrd, dropping down to break the sleeper hold.
That's the end of that RBH. Beating Barry Horowitz and secretly playing Worldwide, and then he lost to Lodi. Might as well put like a sad face emoji at the end.
Execution. Lateral press doesn't hook the leg, only got the one count.
Yeah, Swinger easily able to kick out that time. Not great pinfall attempt.
Oh, how the fuck did you turn the jumping knee into like a snapmare?
Version of the jawbreaker, and Adrian Byrd is seeing stars in there. Maybe seeing birds, actually. Here we go.
Oh, shit. Kevin Nash is going to do a run-in. Stole his move.
Takes it to the apron. Byrd thrown in the center.
Oh.
Slingshot guillotine leg drop. Got it. Flip and a 3 count. Johnny Swinger.
Hey, what's your finish? One of those things Sabu does.
Nicely done. Johnny Swinger follows up his power.
I love that he stole a Kevin Nash move and then he stole a Sabu move. What influences?
Contact made, great impact with the guillotine leg drop, and that made the 3 count. That made the pinfall at that point.
Brian, yeah, he's the guy in the indies that you beat in 2K.
WCW Saturday night as Swinger knocks off Adrian Byrd.
Psychosis's finisher is the top rope leg drop. That's just
edition of Saturday night in our main event. Kurt Hennig one-on-one with the king of the black and white, Stevie Ray.
So if you say it twice on TV, it has to be official that he's the king.
Back here on WCW Saturday night on TBS. Hey, attention hotline.
Yankee Hawk, I would normally say that, except that Dave Burkhead exists.
As a matter of fact,
He was also in WCW at this time and was somehow worse.
Wrestling organizations. There is a story that one major superstar may be retiring. Another internet source says a major former player may be on retiring. So things are really up in the air. Plus, I'm going to have an injury.
Can't you just call somebody and ask them, Gene?
Goldberg and Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Internet source.
This past Thursday evening. And
you think Gene's like
on
AIM talking to like 14-year-olds?
In professional wrestling.
Like, hey, what have you heard about the Ultimate Warrior? And the kid replies, IDK, nudes? Question mark?
909-9900. That's 1-900.
Brock was in WCW like 8 months after this.
Let's get you back to the ring.
Dan Spivey retiring. Gary Spivey unretiring.
And back on WCW Saturday night. A couple of big ones going to tie up here, and we talk about a clash in
Gene,
style.
are you a girl IRL? Hell yeah, it's Damian 666.
One of the larger
King of the Singapore cane match.
A big one when Al Green comes out.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The career of Damian
666 against Al Green.
Primarily in Japan and Mexico.
What
And
is
historically
happening?
in Japan, he was known for wrestling in matches that would be very similar to what we now refer to as our hardcore bouts. I think that
Tony
if Damian
Khan
gets in
typing
the proper
scoops to me and
mindset,
Jane.
he could be a top contender in that hardcore division. Now, as of late in WCW,
This is
Damian
insane.
has been relying more on his lucha libre style.
Also,
This is a contrast in style
Mike
to
Tenay
the
shouting
his
out
opponent, the
Damian's
Power Man, Big Al
FMW
Green.
past on commentary for some
Last
reason.
Sunday night at Slamboree, Mike, we haven't touched on this, but there is
Now,
a
Damian
new
is not some
line
type of
item on the
karate, so
WCW payroll. It says
Al Green's definitely not
Randy
afraid.
Macho Man
Al
Savage
Green,
has
known
been
throughout the world as
reinstated.
Tall Dave
Gorgeous
Burkhead.
George defeated Little H, Charles Robinson in St. Louis. And if you did not see Slamboree, you missed
Yeah,
one of the
that
most
match was what I
ridiculous
thought of,
occurrences
Yankee Hawk, when
that
you
has
said,
ever graced
mentioned
a
Dave,
WCW ring. That
or
was
Adrian Byrd being the
Charles
worst wrestler. I'm like,
Robinson
dude,
with
his
the
partner was worse.
perfect tan, the blonde hair, the robe,
Like, yeah, Damian's just wearing like an airbrush shirt and then the best face paint job you've ever seen.
And then the bell rang, and it was almost incredible. It was like deja vu just watching the mannerisms of Ric Flair.
Not that Al
from
Green,
Charles
yes.
Robinson. However, in the end, it was Gorgeous George taking a page out of her man's playbook.
How racist do you think Al Green was when they were calling this
as
match?
She laid out
Do
Charles
you
Robinson.
speak
He scored the pin.
English?
The Macho Man is back. And he played what he thought was going to be a
guarantee you
spoiler
pulled
role
that bullshit.
later in the evening at Slamboree before Bischoff countered.
Certainly did. That was in the World Heavyweight Championship match. We'll go back to St. Louis later in this broadcast. Damian back elbow on Al Green. Al Green takes a powder
Nick
outside.
Patrick, the referee,
I am still on the volunteer
looking like
list
he's
to do Hurricane
selling
Rana
cigarettes in the
duty
locker
with
room.
Gorgeous George. Make a note of that.
I made a note of that 2 weeks ago when you brought it up the first
Why
time.
haven't they called me? Damian.
I think
Yeah,
that's
Damian has
that's
the
a long
comfiest
list.
gear so far. Oh my god! Why would you trust Al Green to
Elbow
catch
over the
you?
top. Nailed Green right in the top of the head with a heel kick.
Well, we said to
What's
be
crazy is
prepared for
Al
a
Green had
move
been
from the
wrestling for like 10
luchador
years
style,
at this
and
point.
that's exactly what that was.
And he's
Damian
almost
went
as bad as
airborne.
Dave
Not
Burke or
certain that he
Adrian
made
Byrd.
The exact contact that he wanted on Al Green. Oh, telegraphed the back body drop. First it's the boot, then it's the clothesline, and here's the cover.
What power Al Green down, got the 2 count on Damian. Al
Like,
Green
Nick
is not a
Patrick
rookie.
just looks like he
Has been around this
smells
great
like a
sport, I
1994
would think for maybe 8 or
tourist.
9 years. Damian nailed it. Body press out of the corner, got the 2 count
I've
on Al
never
Green.
seen. Hold on. Nick Patrick was so far away from that pin when he was doing the count.
Lateral press
They
and
were
Green
on
more
one
time
side
with
of the
the
ring.
count.
He was completely over on the
Certainly
other.
belying the fact
Like
that
they
he is a
had
veteran,
like
did not hook the
COVID.
leg on a speedster like
Al
Damian.
Green, aka Dave Sullivan,
Sets him up,
sucked.
shoots him across. Float out,
Oh.
no. Head scissors by Damian. Green, oh! That's the hard way back into the ring.
He was still in the ring, Scott.
Damien gets the foot over the lower rope.
Well, that time it was power countering finesse. Attempt at the head scissors blocked by Al Green.
See, what's crazy is Al Green's doing all these power spots. He's not really that much bigger than Damien.
Slam over the top. Good night, Damien hit hard.
God, Nick Patrick, stop touching her, dude.
Al Green holding Damien up in the air off the Gorilla Press Slam and sent him down to the mat. Al Green, you can just feel the confidence at this point. He thinks he has Damien put away.
He's a little bit wider, like he's more muscular, but like you see those two standing next to each other. It's not like, oh my God, that guy's huge.
Damien down in the center of the ring. Green goes to
oh my God! Oh, don't!
No, goes right into a big size 12 from Damien.
A big flying
Damien up.
But
the resiliency of Damien comes into play.
Al Green's real name was Alfred Dobalo.
And let's see if he has one of his own.
Damien now
Dobalo.
from the top turnbuckle. Reversal of fortune.
He's Italian as fuck. Oh.
Al Green. Nobody home.
Yeah, you think Nick Patrick's wife's ever like, hey honey, could you yeah, rub it like you do that rope on TV.
Shoulder block, caught him right in the jaw. This time he hooks the leg, and this time
I bet Al Green was like, I'm gonna be in there with one of them luchadors. I need to do the flying stuff.
Off the top with the flying shoulder block. Combine that with the power game that he
another guy who looks so fucking happy to have won a match.
Gets the victory on TBS.
Legitimately overjoyed.
We go back to Slamboree. The Steiners are back together, and Bret Hart is back in WCW.
Goldberg, Diamond Dallas Page, two of the biggest superstars in pro wrestling, two of the hottest new WCW and WO home.
I think I had the DDP. Like, I think my mom found that for me at a CVS.
The Superstar Series presents Goldberg, Who's Next, and Diamond Dallas Page, Feel the Bang. Go get yours now.
Also, those look so thick for VHS boxes.
Promotional consideration.
Like the person who did the art had never seen the tape before. Oh yeah, Al Green goes to the back. He calls his wife. Hey, they're giving me a push. Yeah, I'll probably be on Nitro Monday. I don't know if they do. Bo Bandon, thank you for the follow. I think those tapes were made through Jason Hervey's production company.
And so easy to get started. No wonder it's #1.
This is a sunflower.
They might have them in the bowl.
Sunflower seed.
That
go
thing's
great
such a
anywhere.
mess.
Most people prefer they go in the mouth. How else would you taste 70 years of roasting perfection?
Seen the light?
Just flashed over me. Stay at Motel 6. Hey, I'm no fool. Say big bucks and slept like a baby.
Yeah, like a big old snoring baby.
Like a big old snoring baby. Why isn't that kid cutting promos on wrestling?
Real mozzarella cheese
Ew,
and a crispy, crusty,
gross.
tender, flaky crust.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Yeah, all of us greens taking over the biz.
Last Sunday at Slamboree for the World Television.
I love it. They didn't have permission from Slamboree
to
run clips, so they had to show
new
stills.
Champion was crowned at Slamboree because of interference from Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner interfered. Rick Steiner, the new TV champ.
Rick
That
Steiner
looks so
goes
exciting.
On the prowl backstage looking for Scott, but finds Mark Bagwell. And
Mark
he extends
Bagwell.
the hand of friendship to Buff.
Well,
Shoot.
was it really a hand of friendship?
Hell yeah,
I don't
Yankee
think
Hawk.
so. During the matchup between
All the best in
Bagwell
that vacay.
and Scott Steiner for the United States heavyweight title, we would also see interference from none other than Brother Rick.
And now we know Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner back together. What a potent force in
what a
World
potent
Championship
force?
Wrestling. Rick and Scott,
How do you
the
know?
Steiner brothers.
It is
Are you counting their
Steiner
sperm?
brothers to WCW, and
Like
it
our
was the
administration
franchise
currently in
match
America
between
has
Sting and
counted
Goldberg,
teenagers'
where Bret
sperms,
the Hitman
apparently?
Hart interfered with a steel chair.
And look who's in there also. Rick and Scott Steiner double-teaming Sting and then taking out the Phenom, Goldberg. Their reign of terror continues in WCW.
There's no question at Slamboree, Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers, have sent a message to
I saw
everyone
that
in World
Leilani,
Championship
that Dakota
Wrestling.
Kai
You wanna know
brought
what that message
a Mordecai
is? Just ask Sting.
cosplayer
Just
over
ask
to
Bagwell. And just
Leilani Kai's
ask
table at
Goldberg.
WrestleCon.
They all felt the
And they took a
wrath
picture
of
together.
the reformed Steiner brothers.
And the Steiner brothers now have two pieces
Stone
of
Cold,
gold.
Stone Cold.
Scott with the U.S. belt. Rick with the world's TV
Okay, he's growing his hair out a little bit. You just can't tell
whether the Steiner brothers will join forces.
This was
and
taped in
try and go after the
SLP
new
mode.
World Tag Team Champions. And those belts, of course, are now held by the tag team of Raven and Perry
I think
Saturn.
they were going for Stagler.
Kendall Windham, long, tall,
Dave
lanky
Penzer's
Texan in
looking
the
him
ring.
up and down like, I think I could take this guy.
A guy who could not be further away from Texas, and the Belfast Bruiser himself.
Oh fuck, this might be good.
Former World's TV champion, and in my mind, a man who made
another match that like you would never think to make in a million years. But this is the beauty of the WCW randomizer.
Ranks like Nasty Brian Knob.
Might be
Fit
good.
Finley has the attitude. The one thing is,
Like it doesn't even look like he has a face.
Finley use weapons in his match like they love in the hardcore battles where anything goes.
What do you call those two things at the end of his arms? Those are weapons.
Well, those are probably his most prized possessions, his most prized weapons, because Fit Finley comes to fight.
No question about it. Double tough and loves to take a punch because he loves to give one. Fit Finley and Kendall Windham going to tie it up here on the Superstation. And I got to tell you,
all right,
we were so disappointed.
Let's see how this turns out.
Scott Steiner, when was it, about a year and a half ago, when he made the jump to the New World Order along with Hollywood Hogan and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash in that crowd. We thought he would turn his back on his brothers.
Talking about all these 40-year-old
Scott
men like they're
Steiner
in
hasn't
7th
made one
grade.
iota of a change.
Why are you
But
hanging out
Rick
with that
Steiner
crowd?
has joined forces with baby brother Scott. What does that mean for Rick Steiner in the Wolfpack?
Well, I'm not sure.
That lockup is the best thing we've seen
certainly
all spring.
resurfaced last Sunday at Slamboree when we saw the reunion of the Steiner brothers.
Hell yeah.
And we've had problems with
Throw that
Papa
boot,
Pump
baby.
Scott Steiner, whether it be referees, WCW officials,
Oh shit, this is great.
Scott Steiner. Now,
I'm into this.
Rick
This is
Steiner
my type
joining
of
forces
wrestling.
with Big Papa Pump, the Steiner brothers are
This is when wrestling was really good.
And no championship belt, whether it be tag team or single, is safe in WCW when those two guys hook up like they have hooked up at Slamboree.
I think he just elbowed Finley
Kendall
like
Windham
on
now
the bridge
opening
of his
up.
nose.
Oh, Fit Finley directly into the eye of the younger brother of former tag team champion Barry Windham.
Oh, he just rocked the head of Kendall Windham.
He went to go chop him and Finley's like, no, we're not doing that. Hell yeah.
Diving headbutt to the midsection. That'll win his
I think this
opponent.
match is just going to be going a lot of hell yeahs. And,
Fit Finley quickly over, lateral press. Only got the one count on Kendall Windham. Following this contest, our colleague, Mean Gene Okerlund, is standing by backstage with an exclusive interview with the leader of the NWO.
He's the king.
Stevie Ray will be interviewed by Mean Gene after this match.
Like, why didn't they give him a crown and a cape?
And this is a matchup that Kurt Hennig has been asking for.
I was going to say, yeah,
several
Fit
months.
Finley's not
We
young
think back
here.
to Kurt
He's
Hennig
well
being
into his
cut
40s.
loose by the New World Order, being left laying
Yeah,
on the
Brian, I
tarmac
agree,
out of
man.
the
I don't want to
airport
sound like an old
when the
fogey
NWO turned
bashing of the
its
business
on.
these days,
Kurt
but
Hennig has a
it kind of
chance to
sucks
go
that all the
against
young
the boss
guys
of the NWO black and
are
white
still in
and
good
a
enough
big
shape to do
point
all
here
the
on
high flying,
WCW Saturday night,
and they
because
still
our
look
main
young
event, as
because,
you
like,
mentioned, is Kurt Hennig one-on-one with
nutrition
Stevie
is
Ray.
better now.
Meanwhile, oh, Kendall Windham with the
We need guys like this. Also, just random ass chair use
and Kendall Windham
in like the
using that
third
height
match
to
on
his
Saturday
advantage.
night.
The long reach that he has over Fit Finley.
And the
Takes
ref
Finley back
can't
into
call a
the ring.
DQ because that's
Kendall
not the
Windham back in
finish.
there with him. Drops the left hand to the back of the head. One to the jaw. Now into the rear chin lock on Fit Finley, the former TV champ.
What was
Is
that
being
face
taken
he
over by
made?
young Kendall Windham.
It's going to be very difficult for Kendall
he's crying.
Windham to gain a submission win over someone as tough as Fit Finley. Finley just has that never
Finley
say
was
die, never
41
quit
here.
attitude. Going to try and reach back and maybe use a jawbreaker if he can get to his feet.
Yeah, that's why I think Punk's a poser.
Exactly the
'cause
move. There was just nowhere for Kendall Windham to go.
if he was a real wrestling fan, he would have let himself go bald. Fuck turkey.
Move out here.
He would let himself get old and rugged and
Oh, now Finley
ragged.
pulling at the nose of Kendall Windham.
But now he's got to be pretty and
Now
oiled
takeover
and
by
hairless.
Kendall prone and the elbow. They don't call him the Belfast Bruiser for nothing.
Well, you'll notice that Finley's pattern of offense is to use high impact moves and try and wind and wear down his opponent. He does it with elbows.
Mike Tenay's like, Finley's strategy is to try and win the match.
As well as a move like that, the short arm clothesline, and that one was delivered with
Whereas
authority.
honestly, a lot of guys in WCW strategy was to try to lose.
Fit Finley can take it, but he
Adrian Bird goes in there just to try to not get hurt.
Snapmare takeover from Kendall Windham.
God, yeah. Kendall had that real unfortunate hairline from like his teens. Like even when he was really young, his hair was going bad. Not going bad, leaving his head. Made it sound like his hair rotted.
In-ring competitors.
That's Brian Knobs. Commando, we are going Commando. Thank you for the follow.
To kick out of the pinfall attempt.
The cheetah hairline.
Trying to fight out. Oh, the rear chin lock. Gets back.
Dude, that Finley Doink match rules. It's such a good match. Yeah, shout out to my K-Fit cousin Scott Lundgren. He's streaming Thursday at 9 on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGreenMist. Give him a chance this Thursday. Tell him I sent you. I'll be in the chat, most likely. I might have something going on, but probably not. But a lot of the folks from this chat will be in his chat. We're kind of incestuous in that way.
We often talk about varying the offense. That's a move that Fit Finley loves to use, that diving headbutt. Kendall Windham was ready. He was prepared. He avoided it. Now both men battling out on the floor.
Yeah, I dig this match. This is good stuff.
Raining in the left hand to the jaw. Oh, hot shot across the guardrail. Kendall.
Oh, that was cool. I like that. I like that a lot. That was cool. He didn't just duck it. He threw Kendall's arm into the post. You don't see that much.
Directing traffic. Kendall slowly back up. Finley, whoa, with a clothesline right under the jaw. Very snug.
That one
very snug. Scott, I love you. You're a friend of the channel. You used way too many insight into terms. Oh, shit. Yeah, Brian, that's a great way to put it. This match stealth rules. Like, you wouldn't see it on paper and think, oh man, I gotta see this. But then you watch it in the ring and it's like, oh fuck, this is good.
Too much for Finley's tombstone. But Finley
hell yeah, Yankee Doc, that's right.
Finley shot him up into the air and spiked him on his head.
For those of you that don't know, and I'll play a little video at the end of the stream. 12-hour stream, Memorial Day, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Trying to raise funds to buy a new computer. That way we don't have to start 15 minutes late in the future.
With impact in the corner, Finley 10x with the diving headbutt to the midsection of Kendall Windham, then brings him out. Here comes the tombstone.
Yeah, that looked so unsafe until he landed, and it's perfect.
Standing by backstage, our colleague,
like, Finley couldn't have been better.
Of the NWO Black and White. Gene is with Stevie Ray.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys. Here on Saturday night, there is quite a buzz back in the locker room.
I know
area.
it didn't.
That buzz,
like, I was watching closely on the slow-mo. He got real close, but Finley's good enough.
That my guest at this time, I'm
good,
talking about the big man from the NWO, the spiritual figurehead, if you will, Stevie Ray. Kurt Hennig apparently has the bone to pick with you.
You know, Mean Gene, I've watched Kurt Hennig's career.
What an outfit here.
A second-generation wrestler. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't care anything about you, Kurt Hennig. I don't care about your daddy. I don't care about your mama. I don't care about nobody but myself and my NWO brothers. Kurt Hennig, let me let you know something,
like
brother. You was in the ring with my brother. I needed to talk to him. You got in my way. I slapjack your butt on the head. That's what I do.
I slapjack your butt on the head?
Kurt Hennig, you want me in a match? You got me, baby. It don't take me about 2 or 3 minutes to get out of this stuff, get into my garb, and I'm going to get in the ring, and I'm going to get in your butt. It ain't going to take long, Hennig.
Wait a minute, I'm going to interrupt
get in your butt.
Stevie Ray. I get the impression that you are
taking He hit him on the head of his butt, and now he's going to get in his butt.
I don't know why you just used the word great.
I've been around this kid for 15 years. I know how good he is.
I love that Stevie Ray
Kurt
look.
Hennig has never seen anything like Stevie Ray. I am 6'6", and I weigh well over 303 pounds, Kurt Hennig. And
That's
I can move
very
like a cat.
exact.
Kurt Hennig,
I weigh well over 303 pounds.
Guns, blurring, because when I see you, Kurt Hennig, I'm going to beat you
I'm
like
308.
your daddy should have did some 20, 30 years ago, Kurt Hennig. You don't know who you're messing with. Brother, I'm
Well, no, he said
110
well over
and I eat
303.
suckers like you for
So it can't be
breakfast,
304.
lunch,
It's got to be
and
like
I'm gonna eat
308
you
to
up tonight,
310.
sucker. So bring it.
Thank you
Don't
very
sing
much,
it.
Stevie Ray. That is still to come here on Saturday night. We're
God,
going to be back
what
with
if he
more
got in his
after
butt?
this.
Did you just say I'm gonna fuck you up?
Start the summer
In your
off
butt,
with a bang.
which has a
The
head.
Great American Bash live on pay-per-view.
God,
Sunday,
Stevie's
June
awesome.
13th. Call your cable company.
No, I
or
hate watching him
satellite
wrestle,
provider.
but he's
right
awesome.
Now, it's the Great American Bash from WCW live Sunday, June 13th.
He had a podcast on YouTube a few years ago that was great because he hated the guy that co-hosted it with him.
Mike, you can ask all of these great fans
Yeah,
here on
66303 was
Saturday night.
Hogan's
There's nothing like WCW
stats.
live and in person, especially
So there were a
on
lot of guys
Nitro
that weighed
at
over
Nitro in
303.
Greenville, South Carolina.
They wanted a
It's
match with
May
Hogan.
24th. Tickets at the Bilo Center box office and all the usual outlets.
And Scott, there's nothing like Nitro in a dome.
I think Bilo
Monday, May
is
the
a storyline
31st,
that Vince
Nitro
Russo
at the
pitched where
Astrodome
D'Lo
in
Brown had a
Houston,
boyfriend
Texas.
and a
Tickets
girlfriend.
are already on sale at the Dome box office and all Ticketmaster outlets.
Cleveland rocks on June 7th for Nitro.
Oh, I know what
At
you
the
watched
CSU
Wednesday nights,
Convocation
buddy.
Center, you can get your tickets at the box office and all Ticketmaster outlets.
And Nitro returns to our nation's capital. Monday, June the 14th, the date of the live event. It's Nitro in Washington, D.C.
You know
Tickets are
the
on
ticket
sale
sales
right
are
now
down
at the
because they have to
MCI Center box
actually
office
like
and all
promote the
Ticketmaster
shit on
outlets,
television.
including Hex.
Much more about on
Thank
sale
you,
still
Brian.
to come on this edition of WCW
Thank
Saturday
you.
night. Right now, let's go to the ring for more WCW action.
Let's go to the ring. Again, I love you,
Action in
Scott.
WCW
You probably
at
watch
an
it.
absolute fever pitch, especially after what went down last Sunday at Slamboree. And Scott, I'm now getting word that coming up in our next segment, we have more exclusive, detailed action from Slamboree for WCW.
I hate you, Frankie Lancaster. I hate you because you're so oiled.
Dome in St. Louis for Slamboree. Immediately in our next segment, we're going to go back, and I can't believe we're going to get a look at this.
Hardcore Holly wasn't even a thing
For
yet.
WCW Saturday night, the return of Eric Bischoff and how
He comes out
impacted
looking like this.
The match between Ric Flair and Roddy Piper.
Oh, yeah, he was. He had debuted in February. He had debuted the Hardcore Holly look. He had. Yeah, never mind. Don't mind me. Yeah, he's totally ripping off Bob Holly here.
To the ring, it's going to be
Again,
Charles Robinson, Little Nate.
I understand, like, dude being fake Steve Austin, fake The Rock, fake Undertaker, fake Bob Holly.
On his way to the ring. I thought it was a misprint, but it is. It's David
Oh my God.
The 19-year-old son of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And
David
the
Flair,
last
just a
time that we
wrestler
saw
on
David
Saturday
Flair in
night.
action was on a
Not like a
WCW
gimmick or
Monday
anything.
Nitro
This is
when
gonna
he went
be
one-on-one with the Monster
insane.
Ming and felt the wrath of the
Untrained
Conquest
David
Death
And I
Flair.
wonder, was he being set up by his own dad, Ric
US is
Flair,
about to
putting him
beat
into
Frankie
the
for
ring
that away.
in his first matchup, really, with the Monster Ming? Are you kidding me?
This has to be like in
Flair
one of
recovered
David's first
slowly
5 matches.
from that attack and is here on Saturday night.
Doesn't have
with
ring
Frankie
gear.
Lancaster, and I mean, just look at Charles Robinson, the third man in the ring.
Well, they lock it up, collar and elbow. Frankie Lancaster takes the early advantage.
David is still
pressing off
alive,
David
yes.
Flair into the corner, and Charles
He's
Robinson,
a police officer in North Carolina. All cops are bad wrestlers. What happened?
He calls for the bell, and he just raised David Flair's hands, and now he's
Charles Robinson's like, dude, this match was gonna suck. Trust me.
Has disqualified Frankie Lancaster. The winner of the match is a result of a disqualification.
Did you see the look on David Flair's face? Even he looks confused about this. What's going on? What's with Charles Robinson, and what's with this disqualification?
He just
David Flair's the Nepo
David
baby
Flair,
that didn't want to be a
and
Nepo
Robinson
baby.
called for the bell. That is
Ricky
ridiculous.
Lancaster has been disqualified
Coming
for
up
being
next
too
on
greasy.
Saturday night, Eric Bischoff is back. It happened at Slamboree.
Yeah, at least they had the good sense to like not have
Last
Frankie
Sunday night
Lancaster
at
try to wrestle
Slamboree for
David.
control of the company. Piper and Flair with Little Nate as the referee.
And Ric Flair used a foreign object to knock out
Cannot risk
Roddy
those
Piper,
pay-per-view
and
buys
at
by
that
airing
point in
clips
time,
on Saturday
Flair thought
nights.
that he had won,
Yeah, this
and
match is
gained
crazy. So
control
I
of the
covered this in my
organization.
Slamboree video. Eric Bischoff had lost the presidency of WCW to Ric Flair in January. So as far as anybody on TV knew in canon, he didn't have power in WCW. That match was for the presidency, the job that Eric Bischoff lost.
One more time, these two
And he comes out and he's like, Yeah, you had to change the finish.
Tied it up. It went down at Slamboree for the World Heavyweight Championship, and there he is, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Continuing his role as the spoiler.
Yes, and the Piper Flair thing ended up with Piper and Flair being a team.
Restarted the world's title match.
It was on again in St. Louis between Nash and Page.
Why does that still look like DDP's doing like pinfall into bridge really well?
Powerbomb, and we've got a new World Heavyweight Champion.
Shuff's Prime Minister of WCW. He's king of the NWO.
The 10 pounds of gold.
The celebration continued in St. Louis.
Yeah.
The new world's heavyweight champ, Kevin Nash.
What a night it was at Slamboree in St. Louis.
All
the
right, who we got
TWA
coming
Dome
out?
was rocking.
It could be
New
literally
World
anyone.
Heavyweight champion in Kevin Nash and Eric Bischoff back in WCW.
It's Eric Watts again.
Absolutely amazing that Eric Bischoff not only resurfaced at Slamboree.
ERIC. Was his dad like gonna sue? Can't use Balboa's name.
Robinson's claim that
Will he use his finisher? You give me a rock bottom.
The president of WCW, and then in a match.
What did we do to deserve this? How was that not a sign in like 1992, Brian? We have heard enough. Oh shit, he's not facing the king in the NWO, but he is facing a member of the NWO. Who the fuck could this be?
Would have remained world's heavyweight champion. Eric Bischoff contacted the
Is it Horace? Is it Nepo Baby versus Nepo Baby? No, it's Brian Adams. Oh my god.
We have a new world heavyweight champion.
Eric Watts heard that boring promo that Brian Adams cut on his show Worldwide and was like, we can't have this.
And a finish he got. That finish being Kevin Nash with the jackknife powerbomb, ending
the NWO had to take care of this problem in WCW before it got out of control.
Kevin Nash, the new king of the hill in WCW.
There has always
Eric Watts, shut up. Hey, I heard this is a rave.
Expect the unexpected at a World Championship Wrestling pay-per-view event. That was never more evident than last Sunday at Slamboree when the world was shocked.
And of course, we are headed like a freight train to June
God, this
13th,
Kangol hats.
the Baltimore Arena, and the great
Hey, Erroneous. We still got plenty of time. I started late. Got another like 40 minutes on this bad boy.
On June 13th,
yeah, because of the late start, we're going to go a bit past the top of the hour.
Tradition. Start the summer off with a bang at the Great American Bash.
And what
I'm gonna slap you, Brian Adams.
Great American Bash, then Baltimore.
Brian replacement level large guy Adams. For when you can't book any other big fellas.
And he reminded me to remind the fans in Baltimore that tickets are still on sale for the Great American Bash.
Horace Hogan had a 5-star match in FMW.
On Sunday, June 13th. Those tickets
Who had the
are
weirder
on
list
sale
of gimmicks,
at the Baltimore
Darso or
Arena.
Adams? Definitely Darso.
All Ticketmaster outlets.
Definitely Darso.
Brian Adams and Eric Watts going to tie it up here. The ever-present Horace Hogan at ringside.
Eric Watts is ever like, hey, can I be the third weed guy with those Bryans? Eric kind of sounds like Brian if you think about it.
Well, the NWO
dude, when Brian Adams is giving you shit for your giant pants,
they felt that they had strength in numbers in their matchup where it was Stevie Ray representing the black and white against Conan.
Again, another match where there's not much of a size difference, but they sure are acting like it.
Mysterio Jr. came out to save the day for the K-Dog at Slamboree.
That's true. Cecil is making a good case for Brian Adams. The leather jacket, leather daddy, Hawaiian. He was in the Nation of Domination as like a criminal, and then he was a white supremacist biker, NWO member, stoner who was not a stoner at all.
To those attacks by the NWO black and white against Conan, that was really where we had our first indication that there were problems surfacing between the NWO factions, because they claimed they were sending a message from
he was a ninja in Portland.
Kevin Nash countered by saying that wasn't the case at all. He had
Jimmy Hart era started at the end of '99
with the black and white on Conan.
I'll go out on a limb here, Mike, and say that the NWO black
this
and white
is
the most unified
Terry Taylor going like this and throwing darts at a dartboard. This is that era.
Functioning as a unit right now. Look at the red and black, the wolf pack. Please, Hollywood Hogan still recuperating from knee surgery. Kevin Nash as world champion.
Yeah, Brian Adams was supposed to be the Kiss Demon, and then in front of Kiss, he goes, "Hey, I don't really listen to you guys," and they got pissed off and told WCW he couldn't be the Kiss Demon. No, he's shooting.
I guess that you failed to mention, and that's Lex Luger. Yeah. But if you'll think back to a recent,
how has there not already been a mystery wrestling show booked by Dartboard?
We had technical difficulties. What was Lex Luger trying to say? Was Lex Luger there to reinforce the fact that he is NWO for life?
You think Eric Watts was just secretly jealous he never got to be a smoking gun? That he had to be a Tecmo Team 2000 guy?
He was standing there. We saw as much in a suit.
Couldn't just be a hip toss, he had to fall down with it, because it's cool in 1999. Yes, exactly, Commodore Amigo. Please do, Cecil. Eric Watts, this is lame, guys. You gotta wrap it up. You gotta wrap it
They're not
up.
only the most unified group in all of professional wrestling today, but they also have more depth than the NWO because of all of the injury problems of the Wolfpack.
Absolutely.
Stack with which Brian Adams?
Big Eric Watts.
Oh my God. Oh!
With the hot shot over the top steel cable.
Hung him out to dry with the front suplex. Stomach first across that top rope.
Mickey J's like, bro, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Agony, and Brian Adams just stalking his opponent. Drops the leg across the throat. Lateral press. Eric Watts kicks out at 2.
The wrestler. Wow.
To emphasize the size of big Brian Adams.
What a weird catfish. Picking Brian Adams the wrestler as your fake identity.
260 pounds. And look how Brian Adams is using
But
his
see,
strength advantage.
my strategy, I've always wanted to go on that show, The Circle, on Netflix, and catfish is like the gambler, or like a wrestler that they wouldn't know.
Is he going to gorilla press slam him? He's got Watts straight up. Look at the power.
Catfish is Adrian Bird.
He is all the way up. Ooh, gut buster across the knee.
What an accomplishment just to
like anybody could catfish Cody Rhodes,
like Brian
or
Adams
like
just did.
Hangman Page, or somebody like
double
that.
impact move, the knee making contact with the midsection of Watts.
Wait.
Look at the countenance, the pained expression on the face of Eric Watts. He is being dismantled by the NWO black and white in the person.
How the fuck would? Oh my God! Did he just break Brian Adams' neck? How would somebody in your neck of the woods have dated Reno Riggins?
Eric Watts in trouble. Use the top.
I am the famous wrestler Shark Boy, also known as Boris Zukov. When I take off the mask, my head goes like this.
Got Brian Adams rocking momentarily.
Reversal, Eric Watts. Oh!
Hell yeah, the lays asser. It's the laziest fucking move you can break somebody's neck with. No, but how the...
Ducks the clothesline.
How does
another clothesline.
I'm just trying to figure out how like a normie would even know who Reno Riggins was in Nova Scotia. The Laymaster, that's a much better one.
Brian Adams able to kick out Horace from the outside.
We knew
Horace is like, there's only one of us that could take advantage
of
who we're blood related to. That's dope, McGravy. Check into hotels as Lenny Lane.
Inverted atomic drop on Brian Adams. Eric Watts.
Why is there so much booking happening here? See, that's the thing. You're not bullshitting if you say that you dated Reno Riggins. That's true. Like, that's 100% true.
The one made famous by AA Arn Anderson works just as well for Brian Adams. Now Eric Watts. Oh no. Gonna spike.
Oh fuck! Drake the Snake. I have a story similar to that. I was hanging out at an indie show when I was in college. I had some friends on the show. I was kind of hanging off to the side with them after their match, watching the main event. And because I was like the tallest one, like the kid thought I was also a wrestler along with these wrestlers that he had seen earlier. So he's asking for autographs. He's like 8 or 9 years old. And he's asking them for their autographs. And then he asked me. And I'm like, what?
It's the monster. He's
I'm not. I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want to break his heart. But what am I going to write? So...
The official WCW MasterCard with
off the top of my head, I jotted down two, I think his name was like Jeff or something, or Jay, or some J name.
You get to pick.
Your
the
number one
hottest
wrestler,
card in history.
Sanjay
Show
Dutt.
the world where you stand. Choose your card. Order the official WCW MasterCard. Call now. 1-800-WCW-CARD.
6 weeks after that, I went to the Great American Bash in Indianapolis. It was that elevated liver enzymes pay-per-view where like half the matches got changed. And we were in like the worst seats in the building.
You'll get a lot.
And sure enough, that kid's family sat
You
next
know
to
the
us.
drill, Mike. I'm turning my chair
And
as we speak.
Get out from under the desk,
he
Scott.
called me Sanjay
If he even looked
for the whole
over
show.
here.
Also, the kid and his
All right, here
family
it comes.
super racist.
Watching the monitor. He's not
Hey,
looking
it's
at us,
Ming.
he's looking at the crowd. Good. Watch the crowd, Ming. You never know what's out there. Good. Now, boy, I tell you.
You okay now?
What an intimidator.
Well, I noticed that you've
Okay,
been so
Damian
uneasy
Cesace has
ever
been
since Jimmy
unseated.
Hart split with
Ming
Miz.
has the
And I guess I
cumpiest,
can't blame you
looking
because who's
gear
there to control
of the
this monster?
stream.
Nobody.
Congrats to Ming.
That's what worries me. Jimmy Hart is
Looking
hardly
like a
any kind of
sexy
buffer,
baked potato.
to pardon the expression. But please, out there alone, give me a break. And
Great
poor
music
Dale
for whoever
Torborg,
his opponent is.
his first match back after that unbelievable
Hell yeah,
knee injury
S1
about, what,
Leg.
6-7 months ago.
Apologize, I probably butchered your
gonna
name.
take on Ming.
I hope you have
Please.
fun. Live wrestling
Now,
rules.
this may be
Hey,
the
it's Dale
second
Torborg,
dose of bad
the
luck
winner
for
of the
Dale
dark
Torborg.
match at Slamboree
Because if you remember
99.
back, Dale Torborg made
Yeah,
his
exactly. Ming could have come out here
Monday Night
wearing,
debut
like,
in the same match that he suffered
nothing
that
but a
knee
barrel.
injury that put him on the shelf for, as you mentioned, the better part of
And
6 or 7
he
months.
would have
And then when he returns to the ring,
been
it's
scary as hell.
one-on-one against Ming.
Please.
This is the rare Dale Torborg match as Dale Torborg. Dale Torborg of the WCW Cyberdome.
Collar and elbow tie-up. Torborg, waistlock, go behind on Ming. Standing switch reversal. Back elbow from Torborg.
This is Dale Torborg after the pit crew, but before the most violent player and before the Dean.
On Ming. Shoulder block, and Ming got the better of it.
Well, as we've detailed
Yeah,
in the
Torborg
past,
here looks like
the
he's Mac
experience
Truck's
of Dale
partner
Torborg in the sports
from
world was
United
primarily
Championship
limited
Wrestling.
to baseball. Professional baseball player for several years. Of course, his father, Jeff Torborg, a Major League Baseball player, Major League manager, and currently a baseball announcer.
Then Dale
Hopefully this is
Torborg
under
gets involved in
Serbian
professional
rules,
wrestling and in stock car
where
racing
if you're
as
not
part
from
of the
Serbia, you
debut
have to
of
win by a 5 count.
WCW.
If
But
you're from
right now,
Serbia,
Ming just
you can win with a 2
manhandling,
count.
but watch Torborg coming back. Chop to the chest.
We learned that on
A couple of
Sunday.
Knife edgers. Arm
Knife
wrestling on
edgers?
Ming.
I've never heard a chop called a knife
Well,
edger.
those chops
Sounds
to the
like a
chest of
slur.
Ming are eerily reminiscent of that recent Monday Nitro matchup with David Flair.
How
against
Ming's
Ming.
pants
They
are
didn't
even
have
bigger
much
than
of a
Eric
that time,
Watts's.
and Dale Torborg's chops to Ming, I think were
Yeah, I love that
basically
clip
just a
of Ming
wake-up
singing
call.
to Shockmaster.
You know, I
It
wonder
rules.
how it's going down
Yeah,
backstage with
that's
David
true. I
Flair
shouldn't be
back there
talking about
and
Serbian
Ming. I wonder
rules.
if David Flair's tried to jump
When we're not watching Serbian rules, it's our
no,
secret.
he has. Not unless Charles Robinson's going to referee.
Ming C hammer.
Ming on twerking into
Cannot
the
touch
gut of
this.
Dale Torborg.
Because if you do, he will bite your
Close to
finger
the
off.
midsection.
Oh,
Now
no.
the double underhook by Ming. Where's he gonna
God,
take
Great
him, up and
Hugo
over?
versus King Kong Bundy would have been great.
And Dale Torborg's got to be about 6'4", 6'5".
That's a big man. You're right. And Torborg, he had a full extension of the leg, and he connects with the leg.
I love how the
drop.
ref's like, oh, like that meme of the kid going
Feeling.
and like going off to the
Split
side.
damage, and I don't think he feels any pain. We talk about
And
how
referee
Raven,
crash
one
test
half
dummy,
of the
counting
World
down to
Tag Team
5.
Champions, enjoys pain. Maybe Finley enjoys pain. I don't think Ming feels pain.
And you see the very little impact that our third man in the ring, referee Johnny Boone, has when he tries to break Ming. When Ming goes into the ring, he gets into that mindset that he's prepared.
Ming goes
for
into the
combat.
ring.
Oh,
He might
right into the
sing,
bread basket with the flat of
or
the
maybe
foot.
even some
And Ming,
groceries
how
he
can
will
see
bring.
with all that hair in there. Not something I'm used
And
to
then the
worrying about,
bell
actually.
will go
Well,
ding
if you
ding.
think about it, Ming's offense is always straight ahead. He never backs up. He doesn't need to worry about his vision. He's only going in one direction.
What if he lifted up a pants leg and he had a mini
Power of
Ming
Ming. Oh,
hiding in his pants?
that chop
Like a
echoes
little
through the
person.
building here on Saturday night. Oh, that one did too. You can't imagine what that sounds like over television, live and in person.
I mean, I can imagine what it sounds like.
Now Dale Torborg
Not
trying
maybe
to fight back
accurately,
from
but I
Ming.
can
Punches
imagine.
to the midsection. Now they have Ming temporarily backing
That's
up.
kind of Ming to let him do a
Torborg, a ton
comeback.
of credit. There is so much fight in this youngster. coming off the knee injury. Sets Ming up into the ropes. Clothesline. That just made him mad. The drop kick leveled it. Dale again. Another drop kick.
I love how Ming is so badass in real life that a 6'5" giant dude drop kicks him, and the announcers are genuinely surprised that he bumped for him.
Unleash a series of drop kicks here at a heated point in the match.
Oh, Torborg, the boot to the face of Ming. Here we go.
Oh hell yeah! I loved when guys would jump off the ropes and get caught like this.
He's tough, but not that tough.
Thank you, Yankee Hawk. I tried. Beautiful head of hair under Del Toro. Also, the out of control head wave doesn't have the same effect when the hair is braided. It has too much weight to really go around. Not the same effect.
And it was lights out at that
Do you think Ming ever gave the Tongan death grip to any women at the hotel? I don't mean under the chin.
Just stay in the ring until you calm down.
But I'm there and then...
I'll take your word for it. Hey, still to come on Saturday night. Who's better than Canyon?
Look at these guys.
That's still to come.
This is when Raven gave up and wasn't really Raven in WCW anymore. He's Scotty. It is a great finish, Cecil. I heard Jacob Fatu's doing it now.
May 27th. Tickets at the North Charleston Coliseum.
Yes, Reverend. Exactly.
And Scott
trying not to be too
returns
rude.
to upstate New York. June the 10th, we're in Syracuse. Tickets on sale right now at the On Center box office and all Ticketmaster outlets.
On
Heads
Center.
up, Baltimore, Maryland. The Great American Bash.
Like, Ming could do the Tongan death grip literally from a hospital bed.
Get your tickets now at the arena box office and
He could be wheeled out to the ring and do a Tongan
up
death grip.
Chicago, Illinois, next Friday. Tickets go on sale for Nitro Return.
Why does it sound like Mike Tenay's berating
The date of the
us?
live Nitro will be Monday, June the 28th. Tickets on sale next Friday.
I don't watch WWE. I have no idea. I know Jacob
Ticketmaster
Fatu was in the main event at the
Meet the Macho
pay-per-view.
Man at Tower Records in Chicago at 11 a.m.
Right.
Now, let's
Yeah,
go
I only
back to
know
the
of
ring for more
Tongans
exciting
being
WCW
wrestlers. So I assume they're all scary, mean people.
Back to in-ring action.
That WCW did that for like their entire run. They would promote on-sale dates or ticket sales and never put on the screen what the show was. If it was a house show, if it was a Nitro, if it was a Saturday night or pay-per-view. That was a problem they had. Hey, it's propane. Like, we've seen stuff from like 1989, 1990 where they promoted pay-per-views the same way they just did there. Just, hey, we're going to be at this arena in like 3 weeks.
Now, Mike, I want to talk about what we saw earlier from Slamboree involving Rick
Payne, who,
and Scott
unsurprisingly, real problematic on Facebook these days.
Heavyweight champion with that victory over Buff Bagwell. That
He hates the
controversial
woke,
victory
you see.
because of the interference of Rick Steiner.
God, this is such
Early in the card
a dad-ass match.
Rick Steiner defeated Booker T to win the World's Television Championship. There was
Yeah, Ming could take indie
from his
bookings
brother, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner,
from
but then
his
as things
coffin,
played out,
from his
and
casket.
the cameras went backstage.
I love that, by the way, where they're saying, I'm gonna break your sticking neck, and that guy's like, oh, hold on, buddy.
Congratulate Scott for
Not
helping
me.
him. Was he there maybe to dress down Scott?
God, Nick Patrick, the referee.
We did see that Rick Steiner confronted Buff Bagwell.
This is such
actually
a
shook his hand,
cigarette-smelling
congratulated him,
match.
and wished him good luck for his match against Scott. But then it was the blatant interference
McGravy,
in the
yes.
U.S. title match.
You nailed it.
Championship belt on the line. Scott Steiner against the
I think we
challenger
might
Buff
see Barry
Bagwell,
Darcy go
when
2
the
for
dog-faced
0
gremlin
on this stream.
answered all of our
Set a
questions
record.
as he came out and attacked Buff Bagwell.
We have no questions at all about the loyalty.
Two very
of
different,
Rick Steiner.
but
He is firmly
very
with
sexy
his brother,
singlets.
Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, and I got to tell you, my feeling is this:
Come on, break
Rick
that
Steiner
hold.
was trying to lull Buff Bagwell
Nick
into a
Patrick's
false
doing the,
sense of
come on,
security
buddy,
when
it's
he
last call, we gotta
congratulated
go.
Luck, rather, backstage.
This match should take place in a
Because
bowling
when Rick
alley.
Steiner hit the ring in
Oh,
the
yes.
Papa Pump match.
Lunchtime
Buff
Zone, you
Bagwell
nailed
didn't give
it.
him a second look. He saw Rick Steiner immediately.
Payne
walking
wrestling
through
in
his
that
line.
women's
Oh, well,
prison
he wished me luck earlier.
in Memphis
If he
is
didn't do
so
anything,
good.
He's here to help me. Turned his back and paid the
Because
price.
he was totally told, hey, you can't go in the crowd. Because these women will fight you. And then he jumped out there.
Yes, we saw interference on the part of Bret the Hitman Hart. And I still don't understand that. Someone who walked away from an organization.
Get that camera out of here.
Bret Hart
like, what if the cameraman just walked to the back?
Goldberg, but then the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott, both hitting the ring.
Fine, we're not going to televise your match. Who's booking this?
An organization.
Again, I think it's just Terry Taylor. Like, that wasn't a shoulder block. It looked like Barry Darsow just slipped.
Determine who's the franchise. He just ran in there with a chair.
Thank you, Lunchtime. Much appreciated.
Now, Barry Darsow.
God, I would love nothing more than a bowling for dollars and WCW crossover. I just want to. I want to bowl with Barry Darsow.
Snapmare takeover out of the corner.
The old duck and the other guy falls. Yes, a classic spot. Mostly in rookie wrestling. Sometimes you get two grizzled vets like these guys.
Who makes the first critical error, and is that other
God, so many shoulder blocks.
And take advantage. We've seen Barry Darso's use of submission moves in the past, and that
yeah, I loved that the female prisoners were like way more lewd than male wrestling fans towards
Barry Darsow slaps that elbow lock, the barely legal on it, for all intents and purposes, is over. I don't know that anyone has developed a counter or an escape.
Like, do you think that since this was a tape show, they thought, oh, they'll just edit the other one out? That is the laziest Kurt Hennig spot I've ever seen. He was already halfway over before he left his feet.
Oh, seated drop kick from in tight. That'll rock you.
I mean, that'll take your breath away. Snapmare once again.
Bullpen singlet is wild.
Oh, snap leg drop. Right across.
It's got like the sexy booby cut here.
I gotta think this will be considered an upset. If Bullpen can take the Duke, but hang on, belly to back suplex. Right on the back.
Whereas Darso's showing a lot of thigh.
Plenty of fight obviously left in Barry Darsow.
Oh, that was a Bullpen special for years, Cecil. I've seen a lot of Bullpen in IWA Mid-South. And sometimes he would put his baseball bat behind his leg before falling down on a guy. But yeah, that was the Bullpen leg drop. His ass ain't jumping.
Absolutely. You remember the days over the top rope, coming off the top turnbuckle.
Why did they frame that like Barry Darsow was going to do a dive?
That's been done away with, thank goodness. Now, Bullpen. Oh, reversal. Pain. Oh, into the step and the pole.
Double impact.
What is on the mat out there?
And then caught him in the lower back with the steel steps.
Bullpen is rocked.
Like, you know, he thought that was gonna be like really safe, and then his ass just kept going.
There's the high sign. It's gonna be.
He has a taunt now for the barely legal.
Pain can't counter it. Pain is in pain. That's the barely legal. Darso's got it cinched in.
I cannot get over that symbol.
No more. It's over.
Well, the focus is not on the elbow, but also on the way that that wrist.
Red Wolf Sam.
And Barry Darsow refuses.
Mom sounds like a real tough gal.
Get in there, Nick. Break it up.
Yeah, I love that Barry Darsow did the pose. Like, anyone in the crowd knew what this meant.
Standing by backstage, our colleague.
It looks like they spelled it correctly and then they erased the W because they weren't sure.
Stevie Ray, listen it back there to Mean Gene and Kurt Hennig.
A bunch of bums, a bunch of stinking bums. RBH, that reminds me, there was a PWG match where Matt Sydal wrestled Kevin Steen, and Kevin Steen's shirt at the time like had like him doing a moonsault on it, so like the first 3 minutes of the match is them like pretending to like be in midair doing a moonsault or the pose.
He could be in for a surprise tonight during our main event.
Taking me lightly?
Yes, he is, and it's just outrageous.
You know what this whole thing stems back to? Because his brother Booker T isn't the athlete that Kurt Hennig is. Stevie Ray, you come down, use a slapjack, hit me from behind. Well, here on Saturday night, we're going to find out, Stevie Ray, if you keep your brother, you keep Vincent, you keep whoever you want away from the ring.
You keep whoever you want away from the ring.
Gene, you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you're made of, but I pointed that out.
Yeah, they're hyping this match up.
Ray. But let me just, in defense of Booker T, you know, Stevie Ray is doing
in defense
things,
of Booker T, he's an advocate.
That I think offend his brother, that he objects to, but yet Stevie Ray kind of just seems to get in the way. And I don't think Booker T
Indie Kevin Steen is like one of those comedians that would just go out and do 60 minutes of like
They interfere
crowd
with my
work.
business right now is with Stevie Ray, and Stevie Ray...
I loved when he worked Shakara and he wore a bumblebee
What
mask.
move I'm going to use on him tonight?
Whoa, no, wait a minute. We don't want to get this
You
coming
know I'm
from
the
both.
greatest athlete that wrestling has ever produced. You know I'm the best-looking wrestler. The NWO, I got out of there because they're a bunch of idiots. The Four Horsemen, I flushed them down the toilet. I'm the only man that stands alone.
Yeah, this is
in Booker T,
post
Stevie Ray.
NWO,
You're gonna find out
pre
tonight
West Texas
why
Rednecks.
Kurt
Kurt
Hennig is
Hennig.
the greatest athlete that wrestling has ever produced, and a not bad-looking.
Yes, this is the Saturday night where
Thank you
Stevie
very
Ray
much.
said he
I
was
don't
going to
know if
get
it
in
was
Kurt
Teddy
Hennig's
Roosevelt
butt,
who said,
but his butt who also
I
had
guess,
a head.
Talk softly and carry a big stick. Some people are a little loud and carrying toothpicks. I thank you very much. That is
Because
Kurt
Kurt
Hennig. Still
Hennig
to
has a
come.
little
He is
wiener.
Stevie Ray right here on Saturday night.
Fire up the grill and grab a cooler. It's the Great American Bash.
Grab a cooler.
Sunday, June 13th.
Don't put anything in it, just grab a
Call
cooler.
your cable company or satellite provider.
Valvoline
It's
sponsoring the TV show,
WCW,
Castrol JTX sponsoring the pay-per-view.
June 13th, the Great American Bash.
Hoorah! What's the quotations? Is that an allegation? I can't even think about what the fuck a WCW newsletter would be.
How can you too become a special member of a secret WCW society?
Oh shit, it's Club WCW. Oh, that's where people got the slam, the cyber disc from.
When you wrestle with Fashion Brawlers, they tell you what you're bashing.
You smashed my head!
Get off my nose. It's like they're alive.
Kevin Nash almost sounded a wave.
A David sunflower seed. They go great anywhere. Most people prefer they go in the mouth. How else would you taste 70 years of roasting?
Grab the cooler. You're like a doter.
The Super Soaker constant pressure.
Oh shit, it's a liver.
Blast from first shot to last. The CBS 2500. 3,000. Now that's pressure.
Take a bite of Croissant Pockets ham and
Ew.
cheddar and discover smoked ham and real cheddar cheese and a crispy, flaky croissant crust. Croissant Pockets.
New CompuServe 2000.
Now just $9.95.
Fast connections.
Just $9.95.
Easier
$10 a
Just
month for what? Was it
CompuServe 2000, the value leader in
20
internet
hours of
access.
internet?
Call today.
Energize with high energy triple ginseng formula in caplets liquid and now nutritional
Ginseng.
energy bars. Feel the power with high
Their
energy.
ginseng
For a
is
store near you, call
advertising
800-822-4320.
on wrestling.
We are back here on TBS, the Superstation. Attention, hotline fans. I alluded to it earlier
I would
on.
love if there were
are
people that were
rumors
just
running
fans of the
rampant right now
WCW
regarding
hotline.
major changes
Like, they didn't
in both
watch the
major
wrestling show.
Organizations.
They just
we'll talk about that.
called the
Plus,
hotline.
we're also going to be talking about the
They were
physical
just fans
condition
of hotlines.
Goldberg. Goldberg hurt recently.
Regardless
We'll
of the
bring you up to date
genre.
on his condition, as
Like they
well as
called
that
like
of
roller
Hollywood
derby
Hulk Hogan.
hotlines, soap opera
Also, we're going to talk to
hotlines,
you about a new game that's going to
crossword
be coming
puzzle
out
hotlines.
for all of you that like to play, of course, those little games that are so much fun. This one is going to be coming out this fall. We'll talk about that.
Those little
I happened to be
games,
at the
they're so
E3
much
convention this past
What
week
the fuck
in
did
Los
Gene think
Angeles,
a video
and believe
game
me, the new
was?
one from
Those little
WCW
games.
and Electronic Arts is going to be a doozy. Pick up the phone. Give me a call. The telephone number, 1-900-909-9900. That's 1-900-909-9900. Call the hotline. Tonight, we're up until midnight.
At Slamboree,
more
the
pictures.
three-way dance
More
for the
pictures
World
of
Tag Team
wrestling.
Champs, the Horsemen with Arn Anderson, Raven, and Perry
Remembering
Saturn,
you
and of course,
when
the
you
champs,
wrestled
Raven,
last
Mysterio
week.
Jr., and Kidman. It was a three-way dance.
We
And in
can't
that
show
three-corners
video
matchup, high-flying
because of
action from
commissions.
all 6 men involved in this matchup
That we
until the
don't
interference
have
of Arn Anderson, who
to
hit
show
the
it on
spine buster on
TV.
Perry Saturn.
And that was not all of the interference. In the lower right-hand corner, you see Canyon in a Sting mask setting up Kidman for the pinfall.
They got
from Raven.
so much
Raven
mileage
pinned Kidman to
out
win
of the fact
tag
that there
team
was
strap.
one
And of
character
course,
in the
that
company
pin
who
came at
wore
the
a
exact
face
same
paint that
time
looked like a
that
mask.
Dean Malenko had the Texas
That
Clover
didn't
Leaf
go in the trash
applied,
can.
and the Horsemen were hot.
But we have new tag team champs in Perry Saturn and Raven. But give a huge assist to the returning Canyon.
Peter
Scott,
Fuentes,
what do you
thank you
think
for the
of the
prime
overall
sub.
tag team situation now in World Championship
WCW
Wrestling?
Video
The
Yearbook.
belts are firmly entrenched with Raven and Perry Saturn. And of course, they have Canyon to thank for that, as we've
got Silver
but
King.
Think of the list of challenging teams. Certainly,
all right, Stagler, have a good night.
The fact
We got, I think, 2 more matches left. Hey, it's Octagon.
At the same time as the pinfall was counted, allowing them to win the tag title. Think of the situation with Rey Mysterio.
By the way, fun fact I learned on social media the other day. Apparently on Sunday, the VOD of the movie Nacho Libre was watched by more people than the UFC show on Paramount Plus.
Will they also decide to take a shot at the World
Oh shit, Canyon and Silver King? Hell yeah. This is gonna be a good one.
Raven and Perry Saturn accompanying their best friend, Canyon, to the ring. What an extra special bonus treat to have the champs here on
Raven's
Saturday
wearing a Batman
we spoke
shirt.
earlier, Scott, about the unity and depth
Just to do
of
it.
the NWO Black and White. And you were running down the different factions in WCW and the NWO.
How was Saturn not a world champion?
Maybe we
I
really didn't think about it
have a feeling he's scared all the time.
Because Raven, Perry Saturn, and Canyon look to be together.
I wish wrestlers still wore those shirts.
I realized while I was off making my movie, actually I started it.
That movie, by the way, was the unauthorized Jesse Ventura story.
Tag team champions.
Yes.
You people started cheering for Saturn and Raven.
I think he's losing his voice.
Sure did. What's your point?
And because of that, the idiots in the back told me not to come out here and ask my question because I wasn't going to like the answer that I was going to get. But what these people don't realize in the back is I do what I want, when I want.
Executive committee's not going to be happy.
Really not.
So who's better than Canyon? Stop. Did you just say nobody?
No.
They like me, Raven. They really, really like me.
What did
Airwell
they say?
Transmission, thank you for the
delusional.
follow.
I'll say. Too much oil in his hair. Canyon, the innovator of offense, one-on-one with
All right.
Silver King.
Silver King wearing
Saturday
a
night.
leather
Say what
do-rag.
you will
Why
about
not?
Canyon. And he is the world's biggest hanging mark, no question about it. He is a very talented wrestler.
A
You call
hanging
him the
mark.
innovator of offense. And when you think of the size that Canyon brings to the ring, it's just amazing some of the high-flying moves that he's willing to attempt. We've seen Silver King and so many occasions
Canyon,
in
one of the
WCW
three
rings. We know what he can do.
Oh
This could be a
shit.
very
At
even
least I'm
matchup
gonna
here
have
on
to block
Saturday
you.
night.
Silver King with the right hand across the back of the head, opening up, knife edge chop on Canyon in the rope. Shoots him across.
This
Step
is a
over by
no-bot
Canyon.
zone.
Step over one more time. Waits on. Oh, spinning heel kick from Canyon.
If I
Level
can get
Silver
this to
King.
open. There we
Pulls Silver King
go.
up. Arm ringer.
Come on.
Sets him up. Nicely executed roll through. Pinning combination 2 count on Silver King.
Now, what about that
Apparently,
movie that he's
Twitch might
talking
be
about?
over the
Yeah, Ishtar 2. Was there a big demand for that?
I don't remember there being a big demand for Ishtar.
Well, why is there an Ishtar 2 and why is he in it?
That's not the movie that he's in. He was up in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, filming a movie about Jesse the Body Ventura.
Oh, apparently Twitch
which I
banned the
understand
guy
is going
for
to
me.
air on NBC soon.
Sweet.
Supposed to be May 23rd on NBC. The Jesse Ventura story.
Oh, sweet, we're getting Jesse Ventura movie plugged. Okay, this week in history, this day in history, picks Stephen J. Neptune Man, May 15th, 99. Oh, shit. The Spurs beat the Minnesota Timberwolves to win their series in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The Lakers won their series over the Houston Rockets, and the 76ers beat the Magic. The number one movie in America was The Mummy, and the number one song in America was, of course, Rey Mysterio's Jacket by Ricky Martin. Thank you so much, as always, Stephen J. Neptune Man, as always, for those factoids, taking us back in time.
Canyon
much
had
better
nowhere to
time.
go. Nearly took his head off.
I
Now
can't
watch
whistle
Silver
like
King
that.
from the top turnbuckle. Canyon.
Whoa!
Missile
Oh.
drop kick. Nailed it. Canyon's out. Canyon is out. Silver King is wasting
What's
time.
he doing?
Hold on. That's a Gene Simmons impersonation. Come on. There's no
What?
time for that.
The perfect opportunity.
Dan the
to follow up
Watcher,
off the
thanks for the
missile drop kick.
follow.
He lets the
I thought it said
big
Dan the
man get
Flasher
his feet
at
and then
first.
rock
Please don't be Dan the
corner with a
Flasher.
running lariat.
Oh, did Canyon
Thank you, Dan the Watcher.
Right out of his shorts in the corner. Silver King pulls Kenyon back up.
All right, good, Dan the Watcher. Thank you. We're watching with this.
From Kenyon. Perfect counter. Caught him with the neck breaker. Lateral press. 2 and barely got the shoulder up.
Silver King is awesome. He's
but Kenyon now back in control. Shoots Silver King across into the turnbuckle. Whoa, whoa!
I did not know this happened, but somebody on, I think it was Twitter today, posted clips. There was a low-key Silver King match that happened in Japan. I have to see the full version now. Hell yeah, Dan the Watcher. Twitch working out. Throwing up Silver King in the suggested streams. Bringing folks in. We do this every Tuesday at 9, Dan.
Absolutely.
Every Tuesday at 9. So if you're ever bored on a Tuesday and want to come join us, this is what we do. That is a psychotic look.
Saturn. Weird looking guy out there. Silver King.
Colored contact lenses and a leather do-rag. Somebody else's leather do-rag at that.
And Kenyon at 6'4". Silver King had a long drop back into the ring. Now Silver King literally hung out from the middle rope. Back into the ring. Kenyon. Turnabout.
Again, this is the Attitude Era. Referees did not care about low blows. Your balls were not safe in the ring.
There had been a lot of cheers for this strange tag team of Raven and Perry Saturn. Kenyon.
I think they were supposed to be heels, but also kind of baby faces. At the same time, I don't know. This is 1999. People didn't really try to be heels or baby faces. Oh shit! That was dope.
From Kenyon. Great agility by Silver King to land on his feet after the missed moonsault.
Random bird on Canyon's ass.
Slug it out in the middle of the ring.
I mean, Kenyon tattooing Silver King in there. Sets him up. Oh, another gutbuster.
Canyon inventing the Judas, kind of like Johnny Swinger invented the hidden blader.
Silver King trying to catch his breath, but watch Kenyon drop toe hold and Kenyon.
That's the Adrian Bird. That's gonna be his group, his stable. Canyon, Adrian Bird, Dave Burkhead.
Here's his 2 favorite cheerleaders. The World Tag
Raven is taking the piss out of all this.
Look at Silver King off the middle rope. Went for the senton that time and did not connect with the backsplash.
Kenyon slowly back to his feet on the ring apron. Slingshot into the sunset flip. Cradles it up. Can he hang on? Silver King out at 2, but just barely. Kenyon reversal by Silver King into the ropes up top.
I wonder whose handwriting that is on Silver King's ass.
Kenyon sets him up.
Gonna give him a wedgie. Here we go.
Powerbomb pile driver. Let's see.
Oh fuck! That was sick. I love that.
Powerbomb that time drove him down face first.
That was so cool. 1, 2.
No, Silver King again out at 2.
Raven's like, why are you doing so many moves? Let's do a DDT in the match, whatever.
On several occasions, right at the point of victory, but Silver King has been able to kick out of the pinfall attempt. Now
Me too, Dan the Watcher. Me too. That's why we do this every Tuesday, so we can pretend to.
Whoa, that's just a stiff kick in the jaw. Let me do it. Hooks both legs.
Stiff kick to the jaw.
Kenyon is rocked. Silver King, no. Kenyon, reversal.
Oh, there we go. Flatliner. Hits that out of nowhere. Raven's not even paying attention.
Lateral press, and the 3.
Love it.
Oh, is he back? The innovator of offense.
There's a guy in the front row. Raven, take me.
What a group. What a trio.
That's
of
fucking awesome, Cecil.
Kenyon wins the contest on Saturday
I would love
night.
to hear Raven and Psycho Mike hanging out.
They are Raven and Perry Saturn, and they have Canyon in the fold as well.
And if
it was
Canyon
Rand,
is the contest,
Canyon,
it's going to be worth one more look. It's our 1-800-COLLECT replay. 1-800-COLLECT, the easy way to save.
Well, we see the innovator of offense.
That was definitely good enough to be a 1-800-COLLECT match of the week.
Up into the air, appears to be a powerbomb, and it is. Inverted style, drops him face first. And sets things up here for his famous flatliner. Canyon.
That's fantastic. That's the Scott Levy we all know and love, Cecil.
Coming up next,
reminds me of the time that he wrestled for IWA Mid-South. And the main event didn't hit the ring until after midnight. So because it was technically a second day, he held Ian up for double the payday.
Mark
because he
your calendar.
technically had
On
him booked
sale
for 2
this
days.
Friday, Lafayette, Louisiana, Thunder at the Cajun Dome on June 24th. Get your tickets at the Cajun Dome box office and all Ticketmaster outlets. Plus, this Friday, meet the mouth of the
Mike
South,
today
Jimmy
doing
Hart,
something
at the Cajun
lewd
Dome box
underneath
office
that
at
green
10 a.m.
logo.
Scott, also on sale this upcoming Friday, World Championship Wrestling is bringing a major arena event to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. At
Man,
the
if it's going to be on
Milwaukee
the, like
Arena. The date of that
Neckbone,
live
it's
event
going
will
to
be
be
June
up in your butt.
27th. Tickets on sale this Friday at the Wisconsin Center District box office and all Ticketmaster locations. Plus, you can meet our broadcast colleague, Bobby the Brain Heenan, at the Milwaukee Arena Friday at 10 a.m.
And let's not forget this Saturday, New Orleans,
They're
Louisiana,
running a
the
lot of
Louisiana
domes,
Superdome, June 21st,
considering
a live
the company
WCW event. Tickets at the box office and all Ticketmaster outlets.
nosediving.
Meet Lex and Liz this Saturday at 9 a.m. Let's go to the ring on Saturday night.
Main event time.
Well, we talked earlier about the talent depth.
Time to watch somebody get in somebody's butt.
NWO Black and White, and this is their chance to shine. Main event time on WCW Saturday night. He is the
Kurt
boss
Hennig
of the New World Order
and
Black and
Stevie
White
Ray,
Family.
the guy who
Here
gets in
comes
people's
Big Stevie Ray
butts,
to the ring
the
along
king
with
of the
Vince.
It
NWO.
ain't where the super suits Vincent out there with the king of the black
These
and
two,
white,
by the way, were
Stevie Ray.
feuding like 2
in the
pay-per-views
best
ago.
condition of his life, and I gotta tell you, leadership agrees with Big Stevie.
It's 2 sweet,
NWO, however,
multiple
he fixed Kurt
T's.
Hennig several months back. They laid him out on an airport tarmac. Since that point in time, Kurt Hennig has made it known to the world that he wants another shot at the New World Order. Well, he gets that because
I
our
am
main
stunned there
event,
were still this
Kurt
many
Hennig
people
is a
left in the
Stevie Ray.
NWO
How many months
by
did
May
we see Kurt
1999.
Hennig wearing the black and white of the NWO, only to be summarily
So many
dismissed
Kangol hats
from that
in this show.
organization. Kurt Hennig.
I'm surprised Nick Patrick wasn't wearing one.
Stevie Ray in our
Very
main
little
event.
Nick Patrick today. Look at that look. Very little Nick Patrick compared to normal on these streams. Normally he's like in half the matches.
Saturday night is brought to you by Wendy's Classic Hamburgers. It's hamburger
Classic
bread.
hamburgers.
Main event time on the Superstation TBS. Stevie Ray of the NWO Black and White in the ring, along with Vincent, his opponent. One of the great ring veterans and still double tough, Big Kurt Hennig.
One of the great
They're talking like
athletes in
he's
professional wrestling.
like
Just ask
90.
Kurt Hennig. He'll tell you he is the greatest athlete.
Stevie
not
was
just from the state of
41.
Minnesota, but in all of
Yeah, Stevie
professional
was
wrestling.
a lot older
And
than
this is
Booker.
his shot to go one-on-one with Stevie Ray.
And you know, Kurt Hennig.
Not even
going
gonna
to
put up the
in
strap.
Dallas, Texas, for the NWO.
Or either
summarily
strap, both
dismissed
straps.
Kurt Hennig from the NWO organization. This is his first shot against Stevie Ray to get revenge on the organization that... Oh, hang on! Kurt Hennig not waiting for the bell.
Yeah, he heard that threat. He does not want anyone in his butt. Nor does he want anyone touching the head of his butt.
Immediately on the attack, even before the opening bell.
Yeah, that's the secret, I think. If you're wearing a singlet, if you want to get the match over quick, just don't put the straps up. You're already in like hyper
It could
mode.
come from any direction. Shoots Stevie Ray hard into the corner.
Oh.
Corner clothesline from Kurt
Reminds
Hennig.
me,
there's
Ortiz used to wear
on the apron distracting Kurt
during
Hennig.
the Proud and Powerful run in AEW.
It's that momentary
He had
distraction on the
suspenders,
part of Vincent
but he
that
would
allows
never
Stevie
pull
Ray
them
to
up.
turn the tide in this match.
They would just hang off of it.
Hennig, oh, big knife edge chop from Stevie Ray. Just tattooing him.
Yeah,
in
if
the
I'm
donut.
Kurt
Kurt
Hennig
Hennig
and Stevie Ray's threatening to get in my butt,
Come on, get in there, Mickey J.
I've got a
Break that up.
muffler up in
Good job.
there. I've got like 3 or 4 pairs of pants, belts, suspenders. Oh, he's putting them up.
Kurt Hennig, look out at ringside. Hennig trying to catch his breath. Oh, he caught it.
Yeah, give me your pants, Ming. And then Eric Watts, I'm going to put your pants over these pants.
Great to have Nitro and Thunder both back in their
I'm going to do my
regular time slots
kegels,
this
my
week.
butt
Monday
kegels.
Nitro on TNT.
So you cannot
Thunder
get in my
Thursday,
butt.
8:05 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Superstation.
Boy, seemed like the week took about 10 weeks to go through with no Thunder and no Nitro. But thank you for joining us here on Saturday night. You had your first exclusive look at
That is
Jamboree,
wild.
no doubt. much more fallout from Slamboree.
That the week after Slamboree, apparently Nitro and Thunder didn't air.
The executive committee
So
has
holy
event
shit!
for next Saturday night for us as
That
Kurt
was
Hennig just
a
slapped Vincent right in
hard
the head.
slap.
I mean, just paintbrushed it. Knocked the butter off his head. Are you kidding me?
What, the
Stevie Ray
butter off his
just
head?
hitting into the rope. Can he get him up? Oh,
That
yeah.
is insane
wow.
strength,
What a
by the way.
recovery by Stevie Ray.
Just
drives Hennig
hold
down to
a
the
dude
mat
as
with
big as Kurt
impact.
Hennig up like
And
that.
Vincent still seeing stars out there at ringside.
Yeah, Kurt Hennig
I
fucking
mean,
nailed
Kurt
him.
Hennig slapped the taste out of his mouth, but Stevie Ray, boot to the side of
I don't
the
think
head.
it was out of his
John, I'm getting
mouth.
this information in pieces, but now I
Yeah, the
understand
NBA
that next
playoffs. I
Saturday
didn't even
night,
think about
we are
that.
going to have a
That was
world
Sam, yeah.
tag team title
Basketball
defense.
was in
So obviously
place. So
we're
yeah,
gonna have
this
Raven and Perry
is the
Saturn
show, the
putting
follow-up
tag
to
belts on the line.
Slamboree is
Against
this.
who? Do we know yet?
We don't know yet.
Great. Oh, hang on. Lateral press and Kurt Hennig out at 2. Next week,
Yeah, dude,
World Tag
lifting
Team
up a human
strap on the line.
being
You know,
is
that's
completely
proving
different power
that Raven and
than
Perry
even like a
Saturn make it
barbell.
through the week
So yeah,
as tag team
so
champions.
lifting
You
up a
never
guy
know.
like
I mean,
Elias
the
at
world title
150
changed twice on one program.
That's hard.
Oh, now
Doing
this
it on
makes
Kurt
sense.
Hennig, he's
Did
probably
you
like
see Jimmy Hart
260
earlier
here.
Today?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah,
That
he
is
was
the
hanging
loosest
around
chin
the
lock I've
executive
ever seen.
committee area, and now I
There you
see
go, you
why.
closed it.
Because Jimmy Hart's team of the Barbarian and Hugh Morris have been signed as the
Oh,
challengers.
the first
for next Saturday
that
night
No
against
Mercy
Raven and
pay-per-view in
Perry
England
Saturn,
aired the day
World
after
Tag
this.
Title
Those
at stake.
the England pay-per-views were
What a
weird.
sleeper tag team in the Barbarian and Hugh Morris. As we went through the tag teams earlier, we left
I think a couple of the Dark Side of the Ring
shows
shows this coming season look good. I think the TNA one will end up being good because it'll have a lot of Jeff Jarrett, and I love Jeff Jarrett. I think the Missy Hyatt one will be good.
Knife edge chop, shoots him across. Oh man!
Depending on the angle they hit on it, or the angle they take on it, Joe and Necro will probably be good.
Hits the lariat. Kurt up and over the top rope and back down into enemy territory on the floor with Vincent.
Watch Vincent.
Like, I don't know
the referee tied
what
up
was
with
dark
Stevie
about
Ray,
Ray Traylor's life other than that he died young.
At ringside, but Vincent staying far enough away. Stevie Ray, oh man.
Like,
Big
are they going to be like, hey, he wore a Confederate flag on his shirt for years?
I still think
I don't
Vincent
know.
is
Like, what do you get out of that?
seeing stars out there from that slap from Hennig earlier. Oh, Stevie Ray, kick right to the chest. Snapmare takeover from Stevie Ray. And drops the knee right across the throat.
So surprising to see Kurt Hennig come back into the ring and leave himself.
Yeah,
that
time that he was hanged on pay-per-view on WrestleMania.
He's got to have eyes in the back of his head to keep his focus on Vincent as well. Cover here. Only a 1 count that time on the pinfall attempt from Stevie Ray.
Now into the reverse.
Is Stevie Ray afraid he's going to actually hurt Kurt Hennig with these chin locks?
Cover attempt on Kurt Hennig, and I'm sorry, you are not going to pin Kurt Hennig like that. I don't care what.
He's not even pretending to put on pressure. Yeah, I've heard that, Jim. Yeah, Mike Awesome is never going to happen because the family doesn't want
Who would have thought that?
Mike presented
double sledges in the gut,
in a sad way.
Fires back. Full slam.
It sucks because that would have been a great one.
Power from Stevie Ray.
I guess the crowd support for Kurt Hennig shows you just what the fans really think of the NWO Black and White, and especially Stevie Ray and Vincent.
I wonder who they got to play you.
But I don't think
you play yourself.
Very concerned about what the fans think. Oh, please. Double sledge. Dove right into the boot from Kurt Hennig. Hennig, this may be his shot. Shoots Stevie Ray in. Oh, please. Forearm across the top of the head.
Oh,
that
please.
was just the opening that Kurt Hennig was
That's
looking
right.
for.
You guys think Cecil's joking.
Into the ropes.
But no, Cecil really was offered Jim Cornette
Sets him up.
Look at this. Here comes the Hennig flex.
Oh, he's going to nail it.
Got him.
Why the fuck couldn't this match have a finish?
Right into the gut. Referee Mickey J will call for the bell. Vincent.
Why did this match need a run-in?
Well-oiled machine. That is the NWO.
Stevie Ray didn't want to do a job to Kurt Hennig.
Hennig opening up. Oh, Stevie Ray with a double sledge in the back. The numbers just too. Oh, there goes the referee Mickey J. That's $5,000.
Fuck's sake.
Hennig stays 1 step ahead of his former NWO Black and White.
You could have just laid down for 3 seconds, dude.
Stevie Ray and Vincent have been attacking, and Kurt Hennig wins the contest.
If I didn't know wrestling, I'd think that guy's name was Slapjack.
WCW Saturday night.
Yeah, he got in Vincent's butt.
Win over Stevie Ray.
And he gets his revenge.
Alright, so before we go, Thank you all so much for hanging out. Before we go, if you weren't here Sunday, I made the official announcement. If you don't have anything going on a week from Monday, I think it is, it's Memorial Day in America. I know some of you aren't from America, so it's like a week from Monday. Clear your calendars for a Tomathon. All right. So I'll be back next Tuesday for more WCW Deep Cuts Live. And then Memorial Day in America, a week from Monday. All day, 12 hours of weird-ass old wrestling with you and me, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. that Monday. So yeah, we're running late, so I'll keep it quick. Thank you to Dan and all of our new viewers. Thank you to everybody that's here every week. Y'all are the best. The Erotic Eric Fontaine Fan Club, aka the chat. Hell yeah. But hey man, life sucks and it's bad and I don't like it. But I think I can make it another 7 days, and I think you can do. You can too, or do, in your butt, your head or your butt. Let's just do it. Make it next 7 days. That's all I'm asking. I think we got this. Okay, my name's Tom. This has been WCW Deep Cuts Live. It is 11:22 on the East Coast. My desk just shifted. Go to bed!